All right. Welcome, everybody, to Matchstick Melee. Thursday night. It's the MSM holiday party here for GBVS night. My name is Matchstick, as I'm sure most of you know. Thanks for clicking on the channel. And joining me in the commentary booth tonight, we have, of course, Gem Lethal. And joining us for the, I believe, first time, tomorrow, Seth.
Hey, you can just call me.
Or Seth Series. Or, what was the super you bought? Never mind.
Yeah, don't worry. Recognized by the Castle Super Beast cast, the name we don't speak.
Ah! Castle Super Beast. Man, that was fun working with one half of that.
Yeah, I watched the replays of all that. And that entire thing looked like a blast.
Oh, dude, the soda one was the best.
That soda one got one of my emails read on the podcast, so I'm like eternally thankful.
Wait, who am I playing first? Hold on. Better not be you, Seth. I already played you.
I actually dropped out to focus on commentary. As a general rule, I don't think it's appropriate to do. Oh. I don't like to hold up brackets or do anything like with that regard. So if I'm doing commentary, I usually don't compete.
All right, all we have to do is pray that the stream servers gift us with good internet tonight.
Yeah, God willing.
No, I'm planning to go 0-2 tonight, so it's okay.
I like how you think you have a say in that, Gem.
It depends on who I'm playing against. It's Siero who versus me up.
Oh, Grand Blue's on sale on Steam? Good tip, Kip.
Yeah.
Yeah, both the regular and legendary editions are on sale right now.
It's Soriz!
Oh, have you all not seen Skip play before?
No, this is Skip's first time here.
Okay,
all the way from Calgary, Canada.
So Skip is a PNW player and is absolutely delightful to watch. I think especially now that Mars is retired, both him and Rickster have kind of filled a void, but both are really fun to watch. And I like playing Skip a lot. So
I totally forget that Skip plays Soriz a lot.
Well, Skip is like more low-key than any of the other Soriz players, so I would understand why you maybe don't know that. So,
I forget.
But I also have to admire Regale for coming out here with the Eustace.
Hey, Eustace is still good.
He's been playing. Some would argue that Eustace is really good this patch, and I tend to agree, but maybe I'm just a little bit salty from CEO Taku. But
get down there someday.
What I'll say is Regale has been playing, I think, a lot of Eustace and a lot of Ferry. I see him go to Eustace more when he is. I see him go to Eustace more when he is kind of down and out. So I think he's probably taking the Skip seriously. Which Skip is a very good Soriz. He is from the very largely growing PNW area, which has a lot of player base right now and are very, very good.
All right, looks like game one is over. Skip's doing okay. That Canada internet, baby.
I swear, like, I'm just trying to figure out how Calgary and all that have better internet than we do. It's crazy.
It greatly depends, like, province to province.
So one thing I actually really like about what Skip's doing here, especially in the corner, is he's using a lot of Soriz's 2-2X. Balancing a little bit. I think he's gotten the conditioning in with 2-2M to make it to where he can just let a couple of 2-2Ls rip. Because that special itself, the medium version is plus on block, and the light version is -2, I believe. So being able to, it's with how a lot of Soriz's toolkit is, and that once you condition your opponent, you can kind of get away with some stuff that is definitely not real.
Yeah.
That's a close round.
But very. I like the trip guard that we saw from Soriz to you to catch the air on that.
OD. Someone might go down to chip. Oh, never mind. Nice spot dodge.
What chip? There is no chip.
Yeah, it's interesting, but
that wasn't good that happened. I did not.
I think Regale's starting to get his footing a little bit. It's definitely seeing like he's starting to call some stuff out. And Eustace is a character that I think is legitimately pretty explosive, especially with 100 meter and with OD, which, based on the way everything is gone right now, Regale is definitely going to get that 50 meter back. Never mind. But excellent conversion.
He doesn't need to at this point. He just has to either play the chip game or
so
great opening.
I've never seen this matchup, but I'm actually really impressed. So I'd call all of Soriz's DP, the up kick, it's a really hard knowledge check. Each one of them is -7, but if you don't immediately check it or space it right, he can let another one rip and he gets a full conversion of counter hit. So Regale is, I really like the attentiveness from Regale and being able to call it out and feeling comfortable to call it out.
Okay, so I can see he's playing a little bit more and uses his field of range against Soriz, which is a good thing, because Soriz has to get in to do the damage that he needs, and he can easily get in.
He does have the ability to get in, but one of his best options to get in is, so he can really kind of harass you with 236L, which is just the normal rush punch, but 236M is plus on block. It's got a little bit of a startup, so you can check him out of it and get a really good counter hit conversion. But if you don't check it, and you either get counter hit or he just is plus. So you have to be really careful about it.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, how I know. I hate Soriz.
I don't think I've seen that victory animation.
Oh, all of Soriz's animations are really good. I love his dumb fist pump thing. It's
Straight up it's like, yo, I didn't know they had the Arsenio Hall show in this in this fantasy world of dragons and mythical fighters.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
no,
he's dead. He's dead.
Gravy.
That's the big thing about Soriz is he hits hard, especially off a counter hit starter.
I'm still kind of sad we didn't get to see the Mad World super, but I'll live.
No, I'm good. I'm good on that one. No, every time I see, I'm good. That's a power play in my eyes. So I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to see it. I don't want to see it. I'm good. You hear me?
That's the crazy thing is even before he gets muscle stocks and he gets into his install, Soriz still hits really hard. I think his general corner B&B without anything fancy is 6 point. It's I believe it's in the mid 6,000 range in terms of his damage. So having that on deck and just being able to cash that out is such an important thing, especially because he builds so much chip in how he plays. He's very you can play really aggressive and just once he gets OD, that's a win. He has so many ways now that I think he gets a win condition. He's still not I think on defense, he's weak, even if you are really good at using parry as kind of a momentum killer and working around that. But we saw Regale actually do some really good adaptations to it, go for the sort of low aim parry OS where he'd hit it, catch it, and then spot dodge the follow-up for a punish. But that's one of the things that I do think that makes Soriz very dangerous in terms of you hit and you hit hard.
Yeah.
All right, looks like they're ready to go.
It is a wild Prada. Hello, everybody. How is everybody tonight?
Oh my God, it's Prada. I thought you were dead.
I wasn't dead.
Okay,
just was getting home late from work because I overworked today just so I don't have to work tomorrow.
Fair enough.
That's okay.
I completely understand that. I
wouldn't want to drive on your roads either.
Yeah, no. It rained all day, and tonight is going to be -2.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're
Fear with the
at
Avatar Belial.
So I played Fear a little bit right before the bracket actually started, and I played a little bit of it. I played a little bit of this matchup with Mongi to kind of get a feel of it, but this character is really funny. And I think that Fear really understands kind of how to be annoying with him, which is important. But Rowlet's gonna have to really make some adjustments. She can still come this back just because of how hard Percy hits and the fact that Fear's just put himself at a half-life deficit solely through special usage. But
that was a nice poke by Rowlet.
Chunky damage.
That's a very good single hit confirm. That's something I think that Rowlet has really started to specialize in lately, is when she actually gets the hit on you, it's vicious.
Oh yeah, securing that big damage Percy's known for is really something that Rowlet's been working on a lot lately.
That's a little bit of an unfortunate spot dodge on the command grab. The optimal punish for that is if you see if you see the hand light up for it, you just neutral jump and then get a full jump in confirm, but it's really hard to do, especially online.
Oh yeah.
I think I just my stance on that whole entire thing that one move in general is just to jump it just to be safe.
So unfortunately, the bad thing about that is if you start jumping it, he can actually call you out with. So he can do.
Just letting that command grab super rip.
Whoa!
Good response from Rowlet.
That is excellent situational awareness from Rowlet.
Outsmarted the outsmarting.
But so, like, speaking of it, is if you start jumping a lot, especially when he's in the air, he can do air laser, and then that'll put you into block stun, and then he can cancel it up with the follow-up, with the flip kick follow-up, and get you for a counter hit air combo.
Oh, I know that. I meant like when they're close, because like that, especially because like I know like if I just do a neutral jump, I can punish it. But like that's the thing. It's just kind of trying to figure out which move he's going to do instead of like if he's going to do the laser or something else.
At least the lucky thing about this in terms of for what Rowlet can do is Percival's DP. This is one of the few situations where his kind of wonky DP has enough of the forward momentum to where if he does it from a far enough range, he can just call it out and let it rip.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'd say this is a pretty good Christmas outfit for Percival. The red and white make him look like a big candy cane, and that's cool.
Need just like a little bit of green in there.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Oh, I really like the call out for that against the air command grab. That was an excellent bit of situational awareness from Rowlet.
I guess fear is the Krampus.
Thought you were gonna go for the like obvious one of fear is the mind killer, but like
No.
got me on this one.
And this is Christmas theme. It's Krampus tonight.
I don't even know.
You know, you're right.
One for
I can't believe that my brain is res poisoned and not Christmas poisoned.
Oh, jeez.
Trip, damn it.
laser beam.
Laser.
Yeah, that's the big thing about Avatar Belial is this, like he does spend a lot to do his special, or he does spend a lot of health for his EX specials, but he chips out really quick. Like you can, a lot of it, he has a lot of multi-hitting projectiles. He's got the laser, which will lock you down. Just a lot of options and a lot of plus on block special options to keep you just locked down and chip.
Speaking of getting locked down. Oh, there we go. Cabinet. Oh, that's kind of sneaky. His air laser and the dive kick have the same like start animation.
He's a
Mostly.
really interesting character. I kind of wish we saw a little bit more of him, just because I think he does have like a lot of really interesting nuance. But he reminds me a lot of Mira from KI, where he has a lot of really good tools and the ability to be strong. But it takes a really like we didn't see Mira really take off until Nikki started playing her, and even then, like he was arguably the best KI player at the time, and I think probably still is. But you know, it takes that level of a pilot to make that kind of character work. It's a bit weird trade, a bit of a bad call out on the command grab, but Rowlet has the life lead, especially right now, and at this point, this is a one-touch game for her. If she gets the right confirm into the SBA, it's over, especially now that he's burned a lot more health for that. Oh,
No, she's dead. Or at least close.
she might not be if that was an easy input.
If it was
Yeah.
easy input, it's just
Yeah,
Still alive.
Yeah,
because that move does that move does a lot of damage in terms of easy input. This is a good position for Rowlet to be in.
Hey.
yeah.
It's
I-
this is a struggle match.
But this is, I think, the big thing I think I can tell here is like Rowlet's using her situational awareness very well, but I think there's a little bit of missing matchup knowledge right here that she's kind of having to overcome. But you see it right here with a lot of her just natural, like a lot of that situational awareness and just a lot of her natural skill are really kind of carrying her in situations where she maybe isn't the most comfortable.
Oh, that was a good snag.
she's putting on the pressure.
Wake up DP, you'll chip him out. It'll be really
Cross up,
fun.
nice
Yeah.
DP again.
Right there.
Yep, just DP, just let her rip.
Okay.
The Super Saiyan Kid special.
DP.
It's like here's what you do, kid. You get in there, you start doing forward, down, forward, and punch, and just never stop doing it. That is 2 for Rowlet. Very nice.
Absolutely. That's a real slobber knocker
Okay,
too.
it really
Just
was.
like those two were swinging.
Oh, they were
Yes,
swinging.
it's
But they're both sweaty right now. All right. I have determined the next 2 matches, although it looks like Umbi and Synn have gone ahead and played theirs anyway.
Gotta
I don't have a Christmas color. I'm sad.
have a talk with a
have
wayward
a-
daughter there.
What are you talking about? Like, Cagg has green.
I changed my
Oh,
Zeta
so
to
you
green.
just like any color that.
Like red, white, green. Like those are. I mean, those are basically your options.
I mean, my default is white, so
Whatever you like.
okay.
But anyway, the next two matches are going to
switch
be
it up.
Prada versus RaionBomber, and Ubercheesecake versus Kenuran.
If I remember right, Ryan is a Zeta.
Oh.
I thought Ryan was a Gran. I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, I just from the one time I remember doing the like 2 hour
Trash can.
thing that Zom did and what was it,
Love
lobby,
Wait, Siero.
where you would just
Siero,
ready up
wait.
and it'll put you in matches and stuff like that.
Where
I remember
is he?
running into them and they
Where's
were,
who?
Zeta.
Siero. I can't say his name right.
Siero?
Siero.
Siero?
Siero. Yeah.
Hmm.
Did he say he was here? Wait, hold on. I see chat. No. I thought they were talking.
RaionBomber.
Did they?
Huh?
I
What?
want to play. I want to play just to get out.
Oh, wait.
Like,
Huh? What?
did they
wow.
Yeah. Did you tag them in Discord?
no.
Well, tag them in
No, I was-
Discord.
No, I said did they say they were here? I didn't see if they were
Synn,
here. I was
yeah,
looking
I had
for-
everybody.
Okay. I'm just probably blind.
That's probably it.
Probably it.
There you
Alright.
go, Kip. There's the stuff you were missing.
This is for
All right, let's see. Prada.
mhm. I'll stand.
Yeah, you got me on that one, Prada. My man's rolled up with the Zeta avatar on the leg.
Yep.
Like I got cooked.
See,
You know,
see,
I think
look
I'm
at
willing to-
Ryan doing it good. Red armor, green spear.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I don't have any good.
The spirit of the season's here.
See, I have
Not
green-
on
I just
Prada's
clicked on
side
green.
of the field.
Boo.
Character we know has at least one green outfit.
I'm not wearing all green. That's gross.
Boo.
You know,
That's my
Hey.
favorite color, you bastard.
I'm sorry, I don't like the color green.
Sorry, Matchstick. I gotta side with Prada on this
I
one.
guess
am not
Prada
a green,
just hates the earth.
I'm not a green enjoyer.
Never touching
I'm
grass.
not a green enjoyer at all. Uh-oh. Gotta be careful about air traps being there.
Yeah, I imagine Zeta air mobility kind of makes navigating the traps a little easier for her than most characters, but seeing a lot of really bad beam usage from Ryan, which is getting jumped in and allowing Prada to start offense, which is very dangerous for Cagg, especially now. That's dead. Didn't even need to cash out the super, just goes ahead and gets the confirm, sets it up, EX special, call it a day.
Good aggressive start.
Yeah, I like the round start Spear of Arvis just to kind of close the gap. Especially in terms like Cagg kind of wants to move back and set up stuff early, so that covers two options. You can probably go ahead and do like a round start wheel or something to kind of call it out, but at the best point you're gonna clash with that, or at the worst you're gonna lose to it. So it's really a bad situation. I don't disagree with RaionBomber's decision making on that, but unfortunately it's not really paying off. A lot of bad. That's it. Prada taking a quick 1-0. I think both of those were like 15, 30 second
Oh,
rounds.
what's all that extra text behind his name? I'll get rid of that. That's my bad.
Able to retrieve some very
What did you say up there? Hold on. No, don't hide it now.
You are playing a match, Prada. Keep your head in the game. Going again for the round start Spear of Arvis works out, gets the corner. So Ryan has to be a little bit careful because a lot of these pokes are going to be like Zeta has really good pokes in terms of where she's at, but without the Spear of Arvis to cancel out of it, she doesn't have a lot of options to really do something. So at that point, it's a lot of just kind of maybe overextending and putting yourself in a bad situation, which we're seeing it right now, but manages to get the call out back air throw.
Ooh.
That's the setup. Has to be careful.
Oh, that was a weird air to air, but
It was, but that's it.
yeah.
No.
Oh,
Doesn't get the confirm, unfortunately.
Good OD.
Yeah. One thing I'm surprised we didn't see the OD from Prada, especially just to not deal with the Spear of Arvis pressure. I'm not sure if she has setups to really get out of it, but
that's a shame.
I feel like that's just an easy, safer way to say get off me.
All right. Yeah. Prada on match point.
It's a side switch. Gonna get the confirm off the trap.
Hey.
Really good bust out from RaionBomber, trying to retake the momentum a little bit, but
Yeah, gotta watch
especially
those jump-ins.
Prada, especially right now, has with the early B&B and just with Cagg building meter, has a lot to work with now. So RaionBomber is really gonna have to make some of the hits. It's gonna have to make some of these hits really matter, especially in terms of like winning the damage war and also mitigating some of the meter, because both characters have OD now.
Yeah, that can definitely make a huge difference at any point. Oh, classic stuff.
Absolutely, run in behind, shake my hand.
That's the
Still
Chun-Li.
alive.
That's the Chun-Li special because that's all Kikoken's good for.
Koken.
All right. Well,
GG's round.
Yep. Prada with the 2-0.
Very quick 2-0. One thing I really liked coming from RaionBomber in that situation is once the laser usage adjusted to where he was not just getting jumped in on, we saw some really interesting uses for it, especially like trying to mitigate and control trap usage, which I think is really good, which is a really good situational awareness option for Zeta. Cagg has to kind of take a little bit of a risk to get stuff set up, and if she gets hit in the middle of setting them up, she loses them. So it's a really good bit of technical understanding on that part, and also just trying to keep from getting like one hit okey doked into a bad situation.
For sure, I think that Raion definitely did a good job of adjusting the projectile usage in order to keep me from jumping in, and started using Arvis a little more to keep me at bay. So, good adaptations there. Just think that the matchup knowledge was where it kind of fell apart.
I think I can agree on that too. Also, you know, it's worth noting, I think Raion has just recently started playing again. It's a name that I remember seeing way back when, and now I'm seeing a little bit more of it, especially in like the matchmaking queue. So that's really nice to see. Like it makes me really happy to see a bunch of new players and a bunch of people like trying to get sets in and run stuff. Just playing with Burger Time the other day, who's been getting back into it as well.
Burger Time. That's awesome.
Yeah, Sylvie's really good at this game, actually. Like we've been playing, and she's been going back and forth between Vira and Ferry, which is a funny combination.
For sure, definitely.
Interesting fact, one of my homies here in Columbus actually held the record for the world record, Guinness recognized for Burger Time for quite a while, like I believe over a year.
Hang on now, is this like a Tommy Tallarico situation for world records? Is this just like
no, like he had the highest score in Burger Time, yeah, according to the Guinness Book of World Records.
Sorry, I just wanted to swing the like dumb video in there. have you seen that one, Matchstick?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's
like I never got too deep into the lore, but so and then just interesting chain of events there. So we already knew about that guy, and then his buddy is the person who gave the CDI game system to the Game Grumps when they actually came to visit Columbus, Ohio, way back, like when they wanted to tour Wendy's corporate headquarters, and then they ended up at a mall pretty close to us, and we all like ended up down there at the same time. This is back back when I was a pure YouTuber.
I hate to say this, unfortunately, but
you don't like the Game Grumps, do you?
No, I was just gonna say, if you try to hand someone a CDI, you belong in the Hague.
Wow.
Not only did they give him the CDI, but also the 2 Zelda games. I know, right?
Remind me, that's Vietnam flashbacks. So no.
Oh, dude, like. So, I fancy myself a little bit of like a retro game collector. I've got a bunch of like funny stuff, but like every time I see a Philips CDI, and I'm like, maybe owning this for just funny reasons would be good.
Oh yeah, for the memes.
It's always like $300 or $400 just because of how everything is inflated, and I'm like, $400 for a shit post is not worth it.
Not worth it at all. If I'm honest.
And like, mind you, I have a couple of bad games that are worth a lot of money that I just found my way into, but like, I'm not gonna actively pay for that.
I mean, finding out what the finding out like the development history behind those two games is fascinating.
Yeah, I remember there was like a big thing going around. I was kind of talking about them recently, and I meant to get around to it, but it just never.
Matt McMuscles did a really good "What Happened" about those.
Oh, I'll check that out because like I like his like post breakup content.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Speaking of which, we got a sight for sore eyes here.
Yeah, Kenuran.
How long?
And
has
look,
it
green,
been?
the best color.
Okay, why didn't
So-
they spot dodge there? I'll never know.
So I will say I think that going with Percy in this matchup is a great decision, and Uber showing you that he plays grapplers.
I'm the grappler here. I'm just using that 5U, but unfortunately not gonna get a confirm off it, and Kenuran is gonna close out that first round.
Very unfortunate.
2 Zetas in bracket and also Gem.
When
I don't
Uber was
care.
when Uber was saying that he was
My
picking up
problem is-
Percy to kind of cover bad Ladiva matchups, I was like, I don't see you as a Percy player, but now he's going for it. I'm kind of feeling it.
Honestly, when he first told me he was going to be picking up Percy, I was just like, I want to see you be happy. I know that there are matchups that you straight up just don't enjoy at all.
Well,
So
that's the
if
thing
that-
is like,
You sound like a parent who's just like, just trying to like forcing themselves to be supportive about their kids' life choices. Just
Well,
like,
the main
well,
reason,
son, I don't
main
understand it, but
reason-
if it makes you happy.
I'm a Cagg player. I don't want to see more Percy players. That matchup's pain.
No, I'm thinking about just dropping Zeta for a little bit.
Uh-oh.
What?
That's like you saying you're gonna drop Ram.
I think so. It's just one of those things of
Actually,
like,
too, I'm gonna pick up what's her face? I'm tired. I can't think of names right now. Because I'm gonna pick up Nar for this game just to see how.
very good jump in on the laser from Uber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
really good.
that's. And
So
I'm
one
gonna
thing
pick
I'll
up
say is,
Tyson
like-
because I really don't like the Senn Ram matchup. I really don't.
I think the weirdest thing about the Percy pick again as like a secondary for Ladiva is just like it. If I personally were gonna play Percy, like I just play Percy because of the power of that character. But
Right.
you know, on the other side of that, I'm just kind of like, you go, buddy.
Oh.
I think like if you like the natural characters that I think are good for her secondary are Six and Charlotta, but
Uh-huh.
I mean, why not just play top tier.
Oh yeah. Just go all the way up the
realized
list. You're gonna
JH looks gross. What's up, Bisu?
also.
Hi,
what was I gonna
Bisu.
say? Well,
Never play
the
again
main
in
reason
bracket.
I know we've been seeing Uber pick up with the Percy a little bit more lately is because they decided to do 30 days straight of Percy
Oh, okay.
By the way, hi,
to help
Sky.
improve themselves with that character as well as get more comfortable with it.
You know, I don't object to that. That's, you know, it's always good to get inside the head of another character.
For
I think
sure.
it's playing multiple characters is just a really good way to kind of develop new skills fast. Like it. Also, just a good way for matchup knowledge, but
That's probably
Yeah,
what I
we're
was going to
talking about-
climb my way to mid in Street Fighter 4.
Oh god.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just sitting here cracking up at they're talking about Jump You in the chat, and I'm like, y'all say that looks gross, but it was really gross when you could special cancel it.
Don't. Ugh.
I remember playing, I was playing Nobody EXE in Chicago locals early on, and like he'd do Jump You, and I'd go to SPD punish it because it was like unsafe, or it was safe, but like it was safe on block, but like, and I'd get hit with like, I would get hit with raw. I get hit with raw dash into Stinger and just be like, "Ooh, fuck me."
Rip.
They missed the anti-air confirm. Oh, Good
All
poke.
these dashes.
oh, didn't use medium? Okay.
Hey, Oddity's also here. What's up, Oddity?
Yo, single hit confirms from Uber. Spicy.
Oh, getting the cross
Hey,
up.
sometimes
it's
it's
unfair.
Oh.
and-
That's gonna do it.
That's unfortunate because that was really kind of a situation where I think both of them were at a single touch game because Uber really only needed a confirm into SSBA or a confirm into SBA to really close that out. But Kenuran got the jump in and was able to close that out a lot faster than Uber was.
Yeah. All right. So Uber goes lower.
Hi MDK. Hi Oddity.
All right. So we've got our winner's side top 16 all filled out.
It sure does look that. Let's see. Who's Jem's opponent?
I don't have anybody.
I
have to wait for Dota
as soon as Dot and Fear finish up, but I think they just started playing, so you might need a second on that. All right. Meantime, we got to figure out who our round 3 featured fighters are. So let's take a quick look. So let
me get 17 and 18.
Siero, Senpapi, MBK, Neko?
No, 17.
Oh, sorry, 17 and 18. Wow, that's weird that they put that out of order.
Yeah, I was looking at that and like,
I was confused. Holy.
Prada Umbi, huh? You want to watch my man dangle?
Oh man.
Jingle
jangle. Jingle jangle.
Let's go, sis.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm down for that. Siero, Senpapi, and Prada and Umbi. They are, it works. All right.
Umbi, I have a question for you. What
Thank
are
you
your
for humoring
pronouns
me.
again?
Umbi uses she, her.
Okay. Because sometimes I get confused. And I just recently started just using people's names explicitly because I get confused easily.
What it wait?
Explicitly?
There we go.
Are we doing this now? Are we talking about Gem's pronunciations of words today?
Well, we are at a break, so.
Yeah.
There's time now.
Have a moment to let the vocal cords rest.
Yeah.
Relax.
I should be playing Hades instead now. Y'all be pissing me off.
No, that's all right. Just hold out for the sequel. It's gonna be lit. And
I remember seeing the previews for that. Apparently, I was calling games like due to their previews like nobody's business during the Game Awards. Like Cryptic was freaking out. He was like, "How do you know all this?" I'm like, "I'm making random guy. I don't know." I'm sitting in the forest. I don't know what's going on.
Surprised you chose to be sober during all that.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn. The only alcohol I keep in the house is very, very strong, so I didn't want to burn anything.
What do you got there? Like rocking? Just got a bottle of Taka for when the world ends.
No, so I found these really awesome, like 12 ounce. No, 12 ounce, maybe. These really tall cans of Long Island iced tea and margarita at the Meijer. They are $2 a pop, and they're 12% alcohol, and they're delicious.
So basically you just have a little bit of alcohol. You basically have a lot of juice and just a tad bit of alcohol.
I mean, 12% in a off the shelf drink is actually pretty high.
I drink normally like 50 and above.
You gotta get on that.
Yeah, but that's like an actual hard drink for the purposes of like, and then you can only have like 1 or 2 of those, right?
No, see,
one's enough for me to like relax, enjoy, fall asleep, and then not wake up with a hangover.
So my mom makes this drink, something called Cremos, right? She puts 99% coconut rum, 99% coconut rum,
like this.
a whole bottle of something called bottle, a bottle of something called Babacus, which is called Barbacoa in the US, weird Americans. Babacus, which is normally the 15-year. She puts a whole bottle of that in.
I have the distinct feeling that once this is all mixed together, like a smoky skull erupts out of the center.
No, but like I can have about like 4 or 5 cups of that.
Yeah, I'm just keep it real with you. The vibes on this sound real bad.
Yeah.
Oh no,
this sounds like something my ex would have like come up with and then like given to me to watch me explode.
No, but then she puts like condensed milk, coconut milk. It's like it has a majority coconut in it, like a lot of coconut in it.
On that merit alone, I would pass.
And on that, I'm gonna say, enjoy that shit. Keep it away from me.
I gave it to my local one time. They came like when they saw me again, it was like, you got me. It's like, what are you talking about?
Hey,
I only had one
we got a
cup,
Vira.
and it was
There's your green Cagg. Happy?
Yay! Christmas time has come at last.
Oh, okay, I have to play Dota now. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Whoa! Whoa!
I hate this skin so
Yo! I love this one.
This skin rules.
much. This skin is so cursed.
That's why I love it.
That's
I've
nightmare
never
fuel.
seen this before. This is great. Literally, Spirit
so
of
good.
Christmas.
Mecha Vira is really good.
Oh my God, Vira's the Nutcracker.
I made it a little weird though.
All right, Siero already off to a good lead. Honestly, can play this really patiently. Doesn't have to overextend, especially with Senpapi using up that meter. But getting that cross up with the TK EXTP,
Wow, good stuff.
gonna take that first round.
Okay, good overhead.
Oh, good poke out on the command grab. Good awareness.
Oh, setting up the corridor.
Ooh, good poke out coming from Senpapi. Gonna be a tech on that, late tech on that throw.
Hey, zoning. Ah, the bait.
So one thing I really like about Siero is I feel like he's got a really good in terms of zoning. The only thing that I think it's both like he's really good at kind of capitalizing also on like getting you with the air teleport okie doke. But once you're attuned to it, it's really easy just to kind of walk backwards and light him up for it.
Right. And again, certain characters like Vira, I know for a fact that close H is a great call out for it, as well as close M.
So I actually do really agree with this decision to switch to Ferry because one, her close M is like a
Anti-air.
gross anti-air. Like
It's
that's
so good.
fumble proof. But two, I think just being able to kind of control the space and just swat Cagg out of things is really important. There is a really important aspect to have.
Yeah. The ability to definitely dismantle the traps long range. That's huge.
Yeah, the far and 2M is really good just for saying like, no, not today.
Yep.
And you can see the change right now. So Poppy's already kind of got the push to the corner, willing to work some stuff out. So we're seeing the push. I'm waiting for the air EX teleport. Like I'm just waiting for Siero to try to bust out and to see if Poppy's actually got the knowledge check on it.
Good tick throw.
Ooh. I actually really like Siero's adaptation in this, managing to kind of like burn his way out of the corner rather than trying to force it.
Good use of rush in that scenario to just get away from the OP scenario, not even deal with it. Oh, good use of rush to extend that. And there's the TP, but sniping out one of these buttons.
I think
Oh!
I think using it as a call out to the Ferry or to the GG toss was actually really smart. Now what I really want to know is can he just 2M right there and clear both of those traps one go?
And I saw that close M come out, but I think it was just a little too early. So being able to be stuffed out by that JH. Using GG to stuff out the jump.
Using GG as the odd projectile. The Dawson fireball, if you will.
It actually comes at such a good angle to stuff out jumps as well. So.
I believe it.
I think one of the biggest things that like gave me PTSD when I started learning Street Fighter V again was just like realizing how much they turned Dawson into Ferry.
Actually, though.
I don't know. I think it's a little reciprocal because you can't tell me there's not a whole lot of design inspiration taken.
There's the TP
Dawson
again.
100% is,
Yeah.
but like that's all. Like,
oh yeah, I guess we could do that too when they came around to 5.
I saw his V skill too, and like
wow,
just setting up the like really funny TK fireball stuff, and or the Yoga fireball stuff.
Yeah,
and
chip range, but gonna get caught by that
Yep. Unfortunate
Siero.
dash. So that is. Oh, that's Siero with 2. Now,
That's
actually.
that's 2-0.
That's 2-0 for Siero. Oh, rhymed accidentally. Nice.
Missing my mid-match
Unfortunate.
clicks on score, and I should be ashamed. All right.
Happens to the best of us.
All right. So me versus Umbi. This is becoming more of a classic match.
And while we've been watching, we had Professor Nekotech take a 2-0 over MBK, and SenpaiSpyder take a 2-0 over Kenuran.
Yep. And it looks like Gem and MP4 are off playing.
Okay, question. Where's Dota from?
Dot?
Dot, yeah. Yeah, Dot. I don't
West
know. Why.
Coast.
He is. I believe he is SoCal.
Yeah, I couldn't play him. Play 4 is a bitch.
It's all right. It's a net play event. Don't ain't none of that matter. Just
Yeah,
fine.
it's a holiday
It's
party.
the end of the year.
No
We're
hard
here
I
feelings.
know
to have
that. That's
fun.
why I was like, what is this
I
bullshit?
wish
I
this
can't play him.
Station label would disappear from over my head. All
It
right.
doesn't even need to be. It doesn't even need to be like end of the year. It's just vibe. Like it's a net play event. Show up, vibe with the homies, get some good practice in.
Yeah.
You didn't pay money.
I was vibing for like 10 seconds and then I felt delay. I was like, what? I hate playing like I'm under the ocean.
You didn't pay money to come out here and do this. Ain't none of this matter.
Crabs
I know.
in the ocean.
No, this is why I prefer offline.
Well, yeah, everyone does.
My lord.
It's sad because like like how all the bullshit I try to get away with like online, I can do it offline. I could do this shit offline.
There's your green, by the way.
Yeah.
Now stop
Trying
bitching
to
in my
get
ear.
out. Everything's moving slow.
No.
Thank God I'm out. I'm off. Oh my God. Oh sweet Jesus, the lag.
I didn't realize
I
how.
think Umbi does not actually have much in the way of a holiday themed outfit. Although I'll take the red cloak.
Unfortunately.
I'll take the red cloak.
Yeah, the red cloak and the green sword. We'll let that rock.
Yeah, that is the pale green. Okay, yeah.
I didn't realize, I didn't realize how much of like the jersey tan that Cagg had on in,
Yeah,
in this costume. Also, I apologize for the mic distortion. I just
second to last
smacked
Iron
you.
Mouse back here.
What? I hate you. Anyway.
Just smacked the hell out of my mic stand.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just like I felt bad for the noise it made.
Oh
but,
no, it's all good. I've got you guys peak protected.
Ooh, love a good peak protection. Umbi trying to. So I think the unfortunate thing here is Umbi did kind of try to brute force some stuff in, especially with that thrust. Cagg has really good options, and Trap was on the field, so it was just kind of a bad call on her part. But I understand like the risk reward for that is so in her favor, especially if she can space it right, because it's either safe or she kills you.
Yeah.
So it's just like the situational awareness wasn't what it needed to be in that instance.
Well, normally Umbi just likes to take out the
Oh,
Very
trap
good.
before she-
Speaking of
before
situational
Prada
awareness, the air to
has a
air.
chance.
all right. Prada's got to collect himself. Honestly, though, if I was Umbi and I knew about Prada, I would be going in super hard right now.
Oh,
Yeah, so that was.
Umbi doesn't play like that though.
Umbi kind of
Like,
Umbi got away with murder on that DP, but
Good defense.
very.
Yeah, Prada was too far away. See, Umbi likes to keep space,
Yep.
and it works for Umbi. It works very well for Umbi. And the thing is, Umbi and Prada play a lot against each other, like a lot.
I'd say that's also just generally a Catalina thing. Like, there's this very specific range where she excels at, and if you're willing to play in that range, Cat just is having a good time.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
Having a good time. Having a good time. I can't. I'm sorry.
You know, if I was going to
I
get
can't hit that.
DMCA'd by any band, it would be while going out playing Queen.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get DMC for doing
I'm
other
not.
songs.
Not for
We
that.
gotta. We gotta go out with the Shaun of the Dead and just hang our heads high.
Oh,
Last broadcast, I go out doing Bohemian Rhapsody, full on, nothing left on the table.
Mama.
Don't cheapen it, Gem.
Yeah, I actually got to play Bohemian Rhapsody before, and it's like, it's not as complicated as it seems, but like, it's fun. It's just fun to play on an instrument sometimes.
I had a, I think it was like a guest lecture or something in college one time, and I remember the one thing I remember from the lecture was this joke he was telling to warm up the class, and it was about how he drove to school that day, like he was in college himself in the story, and he drove to school one day, and Bohemian Rhapsody came on the radio, and he sat there and listened to it in its entirety. Ended up being like 5 minutes late to class, and the professor was going to yell at him, and he's like, "What were you doing? What was so important that you couldn't be here on time?" And it's like, Bohemian Rhapsody came on the radio. I sat and listened. The professor was like, "All right, don't let it happen again."
That's a good professor.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I get it, but you're here for a reason.
Yeah, like, we're gonna need you to get it together, brother.
Yeah.
Ooh, very good call out on the overhead. Umbi likes to really throw those in just to kind of... She'll set up really good throw pressure and then just let one of those rip, which I think is just really good awareness on her part, but when it goes south, it goes real south.
Oh, no full animation. We could bring this back. Actually has access to OD and everything.
Yeah, it's just a matter of setting it up, because she's at a range where if she does anything funny, Cagg is just going to blow it up with a spear or kind of let something rip.
Yep. And Umbi's losing the chip war. Oh, nice DP, though. Kind of surprised it only did so little. Hey!
There we go.
Wait,
Umbi.
did I not? Is it not updated? Bracket update.
Believe in victory.
I can't spell. Yeah, I can't spell. Okay, this is what happens when I'm tired. I need more water.
Wrecked Ket.
Look, I fucked up already, okay? We all know.
It's alright. Sometimes you just say words wrong and it's really funny.
Whatever. Anyway.
I'm
It's not the royal
saying,
you.
like-
He means you specifically.
Just heads up, I use they them, but
Oh, fair enough.
yeah, like no big
Okay.
deal. There is like
So I have somebody at my job that goes by he, him. I had 2 people I worked with who went with he, him. I had a couple people with they, them. I personally don't care. You can call me whatever, as long as like I identify as girl, but hey, who cares? But at this point in my life, I have terrible memories sometimes, and right now I'm still in the middle of like studying like for my boards. I'm calling everybody by their name.
Nice.
Okay.
Well,
And then like when
Umbi
I
definitely
describe
found,
people, I always just mix them.
Umbi
Oh,
definitely
wait.
found the
I
stride,
don't know
so...
I'm be tying it up.
Yeah.
One thing
Umbi's
Beester's
good.
Wait, it was already tied up, right? That was
the way. No, so Umbi
that was
yeah,
game.
yeah, that was game. That was match.
Yeah, that
Shame
was
on
good.
me. Let's go Umbi.
Yeah. Yes, he was. Yes, he has.
Umbi, come back.
Umbi.
I am a changed man, though, Bisu. I need you to join back in, so like when I actually get better, I can fight you again.
So this is actually a really
Like-
this is going to be a really fun like top 8. So far we've got on the winner side we have SenpaiSpyder and Siero, and we have SenpaiSpyder and Siero playing, and then we have Professor Nekotech and Umbi. On the loser side, we already have Skip and Kenuran confirmed and we're waiting to see the results of Senpapi versus Synn and Prada versus .mp4.
Yep.
Which
We'll probably
I
get
don't know.
the Prada MP4 one done last, but that's fine.
Yeah, that one I'm a little hesitant to call, but I definitely Senpapi's playing really well tonight, so I think I feel pretty confident saying that I think he's gonna go over on this one.
Here's the thing. I
first up
was
we get
hoping I would get Senpapi.
You think you can run those pockets?
He was playing Ferry, and we were warming up together earlier.
I would pick Vira on you. Like, don't get.
No, if I was actually beating his Ferry, yeah, but I wasn't beating Ferry today. I got a couple rounds off him.
All right.
All right. Well, SenpaiSpyder versus Siero is next.
But like I said, I was hoping I would get. I was seeing if he'll still play Ferry against me.
I get it. You gotta run the jewels on that one, see how it goes.
No, I knew how it was gonna go because I actually knew what he was going to do if we played, because we already played earlier. Just saying. But nah.
You can't hone in on that one. Sometimes like you hit that moment where it's like you're getting your ass beat in casuals, and then you turn it up in the bracket because they're like comfy. You gotta play the mental game. Get in the head.
Oh no, I was getting my ass beat.
Joey Wheeler. So. I don't want to be a furry.
Why don't you? You already are one.
No, Joey doesn't want to. Have you not seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, Gem?
Yeah, I was about to say it's an old Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, but
ancient memes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like it definitely seems like
there's only one Abridged that I respect.
Oh well, then your priorities are wrong.
How? How do you not respect the Helsing Abridged?
Because
generally
without Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged,
like,
it wouldn't exist.
Out here with her Zoomer content.
Exactly.
Helsing Abridged.
Don't you know that things are only the things that they are and not connected to anything else in history? Come on.
You gotta know your history. That's what Call of Duty taught me.
Oh, I never played Call of Duty.
Yeah, there we go. Red versus green.
There we go. Holiday colors.
Holiday.
SenpaiSpyder about to catch strays stealing Chris old man Shinson's old colors.
No. SenpaiSpyder can take whatever color he wants. I don't.
Like a fancy lady soul bad guy.
Here's the thing about
it's not safe things. We can't take that.
No. We're not going to talk about that today.
Tara's about to call you gamer words for collusion.
Wait, how come we didn't get Senpai this time? He's the only person in this whole entire bracket where I have a delay 1 win.
Siero playing I really like Siero playing kind of the long spacing game on this and like being willing to being able to run kind of the defensive and like zoning game really well. I think it's really limiting. One of the things that I think really defines defines Senpai as a player and something that he's very good at is being able to use Metera's mobility and just kind of the keep away game to assert himself. But Siero's been really good about cutting it down with He's been really good about cutting it down with like proper spear and trap usage.
Oh yeah.
And now also using really good situations to build rock up so that way it can be used to deflect projectiles too.
Just straight through the butterflies.
I was gonna go. Oh, this is dangerous. We're going to time.
That's super dangerous. What Senpai did, but then again, he was far away, far away.
That was unfortunate.
Oh, Senpai
taking the rock after the fell.
That is so unfortunate.
Oh man.
Okay,
I'm just like trying to imagine if all of these are just gonna go to time and we're all gonna like the brain rot is just gonna set in.
Bro, how do you think the Thursday night GBVS Chad cast gets started?
Oh god.
Okay, it's literally like, okay, Senpai playing literally the waiting game, just chipping away at people's health, and we're just like, okay, this is boring. This is very boring.
Yeah,
Let's find something to do.
what's your favorite anime of the week?
Listen, we just have to start making fart noises. That way we get a Kotaku article like the online local did.
Oh, really? Jeez.
No.
Just bringing back the old Street Fighter
That's
lore.
the problem with you kids. You'll do anything to get famous.
It was really fun. Like that entire thing was really that was such a mess.
I'm still so
I looked
wary
down
of,
for 10 seconds and Senpai literally took his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still so wary of like quote unquote legitimate journalism, like looking at stuff from my channel ever since Kotaku like stole my content for one of their things way back.
That's unfortunate. There's like people doing really good work in those spaces, but like you see it a lot recently where like bigger publications have been just blatantly kind of
taking people's.
I'm trying to think of what the.
Or
I'm trying to think
like
about
non-crediting them at the very least, you know.
I can't think of the plagiarizing. There we go. Where like a bunch of RPG site gets a lot of their stuff plagiarized all the time.
Hey, Siero's changing it up.
Yeah, Siero's kind of starting to go in now, especially when he gets that knockdown with the spear. Definitely willing to kind of like take it over, because I think what happened in that last game is Siero would play a really good defensive game and get some stuff started, but Senpai would kind of run it back just by like running and being slippery, and then eventually just get a really good butterfly setup off.
Metera
but yeah, he's dead. Nope.
Delayed reaction from the butterfly.
Players that I know that can make Metera look like a rush down.
I'm really curious if he could have just let SSBA rip there, but you know, there'll be other times.
It's Senpai we're talking about. He does not care.
I was talking more about Siero, because in that situation, Metera was firing. I think he landed enough in a point where Metera was starting to fire, and the startup might have been enough, but Senpai's also really good about just kind of mashing spot dodge out of a lot of things, so the frames may not have aligned.
I think it'd be funny if Metera could footstool people with her JU.
Oh god! Don't give her any more. She doesn't deserve it.
Oh god! Oh
she
god!
She already has 100 meter by 20 seconds in of every game. Like, for my sanity, please.
Hello, Archus.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hello. Hi. How are you? Hi. Who are we talking about again? Oh yeah, Senpai.
So that match was really interesting. I think Siero tried to start making a lot of adaptations, but the thing about Senpai is I do think that he's very good in like short-term counter adaptations. And just in general, like his situational awareness and being able to adapt to his opponent is really strong, especially with like a character who has a lot of options to really kind of. One of the things that I think Metera is really good right now is traditionally, like when you fight a zoner, once you get in on them, you get to beat their ass. But now that but with the way that Metera builds meter, once you get in on her, she almost always has meter to kind of like bust out or get off, or like make you have to rethink a lot of your pressure options rather than getting that traditional like zoner get in reward. So it's just a lot of mental stack to deal with. If you're not OSing every rush, every overdrive, or being willing to like layer your pressure in a way that actively shuts it down, if Senpai has meter, he's just gonna bust out. He's shown that he'll do it until you stop him, and even then, like if he thinks you've stopping him, he'll let it out to test you.
I'm good.
SenpaiSpyder never stops, never stopping.
I'm already scared of Senpai.
The rich homie, just put the rich homie Quan tweet up here.
The only thing I haven't done yet is play Senpai offline. We live in the same state. I still get to play this man offline.
So Umbi is definitely in her kill range. We're at the. There's a joke Grand Blue screenshot where it's just Cat having you like right in the corner, and it's just like, this is the Grand Blue zone. Welcome.
Oh no! Is that based off of the other zone?
I don't know. I'm not into this like dark memery. I'm sorry. Okay. Very good DP. Oh, Umbi unfortunately doesn't. That could have finished it off. Umbi unfortunately doesn't get it, but manages to recover, gets the EX fireball, and closes out the round. And I think, so one thing I will say is I think that Umbi's actually playing this really well. Cat normally doesn't have to be super aggressive, but in this matchup, especially where Metera can kind of outzone her and has to work out, Cat really has to make a lot of use of her normals to get in and run the jewels on her. But we're seeing Umbi really make the best use of it, but Nekotech using the rush to get out, which is a very good option, especially because Umbi likes to use Light Wall as a way to retreat and a way to get out of some options, so just has to be a little bit more careful on that. This is what we're talking about. Like, you saw Metera build like 30 meter off of just kind of a blocked butterfly sequence.
Oh,
so,
yeah, she's nuts.
But this is a bit of a bad situation for Umbi. She needs to get into close in just to have OD up, so that way she's not taking chip damage, but gets the confirm. Unfortunately, 2 confirms in a row, doesn't get the second one to kind of follow up, and tries to use the light wall to retreat. Overwalk. There it is. She's dead. Call it.
Wait a minute.
Oh, unfortunate.
Just chipping away.
We're seeing a lot of really unfortunate calls from Umbi tonight.
Neko can get chipped now, though.
Yeah, it's at a point where Umbi just really has to be patient. Like, just hold back, don't worry about it, wait for a bad throw, send a fireball out, and call it out.
Oh,
unfortunate.
JM, good button.
It was a situation where Umbi really didn't have the option to kind of zone out and get in, so tried to work in. Definitely should have been a moment of like, hang on, hold still, catch the DP, run the fade. But you know, these mistakes happen. This is a 1-1 game, and that we saw Umbi really make like a good, solid comeback in that round. So I think she still has it in there.
Good stinger.
Bust out.
Refresh me on the properties of that octagonal shield that she puts up.
So it's basically a focus attack. Even fully charged, it's -2 on hit. But Cat can use it a lot as a really good retreat tool. And if you try to like catch the retreat back, she can actually go forward and just clip you, which is really important.
She's gonna get it caught. But it has no defensive capabilities besides.
It'll absorb a hit.
A hit. Okay, projectile or strike.
It is just a full focus attack.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but like it's one of those moves where I'm like, okay, use it if you want, use it if you don't.
I think this is one of the things that like I think Umbi uses it. So obviously, like I'm from Chicago. Callisto is my training partner. I think Umbi uses the light wall a lot more than he does. Like that's one of the things that I would really define, like the very strong light wall usage is something that I would highly identify as a big part of Umbi's play. But
good snipe.
It's something you just kind of have to be comfortable with counterplaying if you're playing her, because again, if you call it out correctly, Cat eats a lot of damage if you have the ability to convert correctly. But if you don't, you're just gonna get like, she has really strong counter hit routing, especially near the corner, where she will just melt you for a bad call against it. So you have to kind of pick and choose your battles.
Actually, Cat's one of the reasons why I picked up Zeta, because like I was like, I don't feel like dealing with Cat.
Unfortunate.
But
Neko working on the comeback. Has the round advantage.
Yeah, slowly starting to make her way back in, but that was unfortunate. I feel like that was probably just kind of a walk-up EX fireball to stay plus, but doesn't get it. Umbi manages to bust out. Very good awareness there.
Scanning clip. I don't know why Neko followed Umbi there.
One thing I'd like to see a little bit from Umbi, I think there's a little bit of impatience of her trying to force the way in rather than just waiting for a situation and creating it. She has enough of a life lead where she can actively kind of play defensive and just wait and DP hops or try to call some stuff out. So Umbi, it feels like Umbi's kind of bleeding when she doesn't have to.
Like that.
See, like even right there, I think Umbi does a lot of just really Umbi does like a lot of real DPs and tries to call stuff out, and I think at this point this is just definitely like a wait for your shot, go for and get the hard knocks down off the EX DP and just let some stuff rip.
Because like
here right now, Umbi's in a point where she's about to start where she's really dangerous into chip range, especially with Metera and normals on the thing. And she's not going to be able to get in, and yeah, this is a bad situation to be in. Umbi has to make a good decision, but unfortunately gets caught by the 5H coming in.
Yep, that'll tie things up. One for Neko, one for Umbi.
Yeah, we're at a situation where I think that Umbi kind of needs to reevaluate some of the options going in. She's trying to force the advantage too much rather than waiting to create an opening, and it's just not working out the way she needs it to.
Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, my ear. I'm surprised Neko didn't punish that DP with another throw. No technical throws. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, this is certainly not Street Fighter V, but Cat is one of those characters where if you tech the throw wrong and she's in the corner, you just lost 65% of your life. So I can understand like maybe wanting to just take the throw there.
But all 5?
Yeah, I mean, it's like 100. It's 1,000 damage. Take the throw. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Umbi has such a sizable life lead that she can really just kind of wait this out and burn it, and we saw it right there. Nekotech set up the butterfly, went to hop in, and then immediately got caught for it. And that's the big thing that I think Cat can really capitalize on here is her damage output. Unless Nekotech gets butterflies on and gets something in the corner, Cat can just let it rip and like any hit, especially right now where we are in the quote-unquote Grand Blue zone, Umbi's dangerous. This is going to be bad, too. This is going to hurt.
I'm just surprised Michael's not playing a little bit more on the...
Goes for the call-out. I think I understand that. Again, like I said, I really want to see Umbi just back off, wait for a bad call, force Nekotech to kind of go ahead and advance in. The life deficit isn't going to change, but there it is. Call it out.
Hey.
Yeah.
Are we 3 out of 5, or are we?
This is 2 out of 3, just winner semis.
Yeah.
So yeah, Umbi does it.
Excellent. Very good second game adaptation from Umbi. I really like the changes we saw in her gameplay and the willingness to kind of take the hit, get the lead, use cat damage to force a bad interaction, and just kill you for it.
And hey, K-Pow's in the chat.
This is what you do. This is what you do. Prada, this is what you do. You give them each 10 pieces of chocolate or whatever candy you have on hand, then send them back to their parents. Okay, Prada?
You can't just solve all your problems with giving kids candy.
Yeah, you gotta throw them out the window. Sometimes.
Hang on now. I'm going to step away for just a brief second.
Sure.
I need to grab something
No,
for my
you're
throat.
fine.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Up next, we've got Synn and Kenuran.
No,
Jeez
this is how you
balls.
deal with kids, because like if they were sick upon you, if they busted into your room without permission, you send them back with a sugar high back home.
Yeah, just
Okay?
give them each
It's
half a
all-
Mountain Dew and then pass them back to your aunt and uncle. Be like, so how the turns have tabled.
That's what you do. That's called getting revenge.
That's called being a good uncle.
Just saying.
No, you're right. It doesn't make them hyper, but it puts them back into their natural hyper state by
Yes.
refilling those damn calories they're so fond of burning.
No, I said sugar high. I'm not saying hyper. I'm making it so they can't fall asleep at night. Good. That's what you do. See, I teach swim lessons. I have no kids. When I go to my uncle's house, you know what I do to my cousins? What my mom and I do for my cousins? We take them out, get them hyped up on all the sugar in the world, then send them back to my uncle.
Remember, everybody, it's perfectly fine to use children as weapons in your own familial disputes.
Because you want to know why my mom lets me do that? Because she's getting slight revenge for my uncle doing the same stuff to us and then sending us back to our mom.
Isn't that right, Bing Crosby? That's right, Peter. And if your kids act up, you can just hit them with a sack of sweet Valencia oranges. It won't leave a bruise, and it'll tell them who's boss.
No. See, if I ever have a niece or a nephew and my sister pisses me off, Play-Doh. Sending them home with Play-Doh.
Oh, I thought you were about to say make them eat Play-Doh. Like, Gem, there's a line.
No, you know.
Okay.
Either kinetic sand or
Zooey!
Play-Doh. Whatever is the messiest thing you can buy for them, send them home with that.
Okay. I am. I can use my voice again. We're all good.
Hey.
Got myself like another hour at time.
Awesome.
So
No,
we've got.
you don't play. You play a
Look at these mistletoe warriors.
well,
Yo,
yeah.
Mistletoe Warriors kinda goes hard.
So this is one of my favorite matchups that I like to play. With
Kip,
Zeta.
yes, there is a face on that weapon, on that shield, because these are the joke weapons. These are skinned with the annoying dragon character that Gran has.
So
You know,
You
I'm
know
not
that
gonna
cat in
lie,
Persona 5? It's basically that.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I came back and like. So I think I said it earlier. Like I expected.
nice. That was good under. Going
I expected
straight
Senpapi.
to
I
SSBA.
I expected Senpapi to be kind of taking this role, but Senn is playing really well tonight. Like, I'm seeing a lot of really good tech. That was just kind of a bad situation that went their way. That round was largely theirs for this entire game.
Synn?
I think we're seeing a little bit. We're seeing a little bit of adjustment from Kenuran. I think he kind of realized that, or I think they kind of realized that
So
letting
here's the thing.
Synn kind of keep the distance and set things up was working out against their favor. So rather than kind of give those options, decided just to go in and start swinging.
No, so like, here's the thing. No, I said the Zeta mirror match is the Zeta, not mirror match. What is the only thing I'm tired? The Zeta
Nice.
Zooey match
Solid, good use of the
has
style.
like, as long as you don't really like giving a lot of Zooey players time to breathe when I play this matchup.
Ooh.
Because like if I give them even like a little bit of space to play, and they have Dragon out, there's like
That's a
good
really
break.
big thing about. That's a really big
Yeah.
thing about Zooey right now as well that you have to be kind of in the know on. Is I think a lot like Metera, she's a character that once you let her start going, she has like so much meter and resources that she can just kind of keep pressuring you with. So it's an arms race to really get in and like stop her from building it. Especially with a lot of the changes that Zooey got in the last couple of patches, her meter usage and her meter gain, both for largely for Dragon, is such that she can just keep laying on you and set stuff up. And like her Dragon pressure is, if you don't have a DP, she basically just puts you in a session, locks you out, and then makes you guess low high when she sets up H Dragon. And you have to be really careful not to let her run her game.
yeah,
Well,
no,
that's
no,
Kenuran
because
taking
Zeta
game
doesn't have a
one.
DP. So like I said, like this matchup is like, it's kind of weird because like giving like once Dragon's out, it's kind of hard for Zeta to do whatever she wants, right? So and that's why I said like I'd rather put like all the pressure on Zooey instead of letting her do what she will, because
Well, I
like,
think
I know that
one thing I think it's safe to say is that L Dragon is probably the best non-metered projectile in the game. She can space it to where like it's plus on block, she gets frame traps out of it. She can also set up medium dragon and just do some really nasty stuff. That character is.
I like that animation that she had, like the freeze frame that they were at the end of the round. Just Zooey just like basically like knife cabadoning Zeta, just like you brought this on yourself.
Yeah, but like there's one thing I'm looking at Kenuran. I'm surprised he's not stopping the Dragon a little bit more.
Yeah, Zeta with me, and I think we just saw why.
Wow.
The way
Wow.
the way that Zooey's Dragon pressure kind of keeps her at a range where it's really hard to hit her with a counter. You have to catch something outstretched, and you have to be willing to kind of take a little bit of a risk. And I think Zeta parry, she may be able to grab it with one of the different follow-ups, but the default follow-up that we'd use to even convert or get something off of isn't going to reach from that range.
You mean medium? Yeah. But like that's the because Zeta doesn't really have a parry. It's an armor move. So
Yo, all right.
the safest armor move that we have is medium, right? As long as like we have to keep the distance, right?
Yo, Kenuran decided that there was no time for faffing about.
Yeah, like I said, like playing the Zooey Zeta mirror, I would rather put all the pressure on Zooey as much as possible to get the life lead and just hope that she messes up somewhere.
I'm sorry, it looked like Zeta just jumped up really high and just fell down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of her thing. She just like, she okey dokes, rides the spear down, and like whatever happens after is between you and
Straight
God.
up, just like,
Yeah.
whoops. Melee fall,
But,
or
like-
not melee, brawl fall.
The one thing I like appreciate that like Kenuran's doing is making sure he gets all the confirms, Zeta confirms, and just like
What he done? Hey, there's the counter. Fortunately, it didn't really do much. Oh,
yes, there we go.
good
I was
anti-air.
looking for that. I was like holding my breath, like please just anti-air right there.
Boom, baby.
Oh. Unfortunately, no call out on that, but
I'm
Kenuran's in a
surprised-
really good. Kenuran's in the
go.
place that he wants to. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Get the
Yep.
follow up, confirm into super. GG shakes my hand.
I just but
Sinn's
to
right
me,
behind
even
me,
though
isn't
like to me, this is one of Zeta's better matchups.
he?
You know?
Alright. Synn and Kenuran resolved.
What beam? There's no beam. What beam?
There was beam.
Where?
Who's Zoe Beam?
Uh-oh. Oh, are you talking about Gamma Ray?
No, that came out immediately after Zeta hit SSBA. Let's keep an eye on the chat. I got y'all. I got you both.
All right. Up next, we have Prada versus Skip.
Now, this I'm really interested to see. One, because I want to see how much Soriz practice young man Prada has, but I also just like watching Skip play. That dude is like very consistent, and when he hits you, he hits you.
Oh yeah.
I don't necessarily like playing against Soriz, but I like watching him. It's just really
funny
funny to see.
Jen's word about the matchup. Zoe Zeta matchup, yeah, like I said, it's one of Zeta's better matchup. I'm not gonna say she's gonna win the matchup. I'm just saying it's just one of her better matchup, in my opinion. I have to say, in my opinion, because like some people may like it, some people may hate it. Like it's all about people's preference. And
Skip, I'm gonna need one Mad World, please.
No.
Yep.
No, I can't do that.
Please Mad World the old man wizard in the tiny lady's body.
Yeah, are we doing the tidy whiteys? I don't want to see the tidy whiteys.
No, wait, what? Why? Why? Just why?
Yes, I ruined it for you. Let's go. Okay, Seth.
So this is going to be like a really interesting kind of... I've not seen this matchup, so I'm really curious kind of how this goes.
The pressure's really on Soriz to get in.
He has the options, though. I think, like... So, we were joking. We found this out when we were talking about it the other day. Soriz 2M is basically Exerd Sol to 2D. Like, almost... the hitbox is basically the same. So it makes it a really good button for him just to kind of like...
There we go.
Oh, call it out.
What am I watching? What the fuck?
That didn't counter hit? The OD didn't counter hit that?
No, he spot
dodged perfectly.
Oh, that was a spot dodge. I thought that was a...
Yeah.
Okay, his spot dodge looks weird. I thought that was an attack.
Yeah, no, that was him just spot dodging, but...
Yeah.
Prada's in his angry mode.
Yeah, Prada's definitely kind of trying to... oh, it's bad.
That box looked really bad.
Okay, so we're talking about characters that...
Prada really kind of lucked out there because after 214H, Soriz can link DP or can link DP into really good Oki. So Skip missing that was really good for Prada. That could have been bad.
Oh God.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, no. Soriz is. I don't want to say it's the best. I don't want to say it's the best 2H in the game because it's certainly not, but it's kind of busted. It
certainly does seem to be able to catch people late in the jump over him.
Yeah, so it's really egregious.
I think the only person
good transition
low. Better than Soriz is Vira's, if I'm correct. Or am I wrong?
Soriz definitely has like the Street Fighter 5 Ken crouching hard punch a dead.
Wolfang fist.
Get it. This is this character though. He like if
you know what I would probably, if I had to pick like a Street Fighter 5 character to equate him to, probably Laura. Just like the ground game's so strong.
Let me hear your reasoning on this.
Because okay, so he does not have agility. Like really, like he has steamroller type powers, and that is basically Laura to a T. She fights in straight line good. Like you put her up against like a Rashid or someone with good evasiveness, and she can really her game plan can really suffer. So yeah, I would say I would say these two in a very general sense are very similar.
Prada needs to be really careful and make sure that he closes this out because if he gets hit, like Soriz is in that's bad.
Was that a waste of meter with all the scaling?
It might have been either that or Prada may have done easy input just to make sure, but this is dangerous. Yeah, this is bad. That's a meaty setup too. Prada needs to be careful.
He has to. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah,
because I was about to say it's about to be over. It's over.
Yeah, dang, Prada really hit that man with the PS4 player mix-up.
Like, if we had to talk about anything about Soriz, I'm.
Oh, this is
like,
bad.
Oh, really bad. Oh, wait, he's up.
No, this is bad. This is not where you want to be.
Oh, well, I mean, never
Okay,
in the corner,
he jumped out.
but...
He jumped out. He jumped out. He jumped out. That's okay.
So, like, even with that, like, look at how much chip that... Look at how much chip on block that put out there. Like, that was insane.
Oh, I know. His chip game is ridiculous.
And he did that without spending EX specials, too.
Oh, wow. Imagine Skip turning it around from here.
It's possible, but it's going to be hard.
It's like one of those. Okay.
There it is.
Unfortunately.
Stabbed with a Dorito.
Kind of, it wasn't even that. Like, he put himself into checkmate. That was, he was going to get chipped no matter what.
Right. Chip damage.
Oh, sorry. You got me. You got me.
Okay, so like, if we have to talk about characters that could chip other characters out very easily, I think Soriz should be on that list.
I think Soriz is the chip out character now, especially with like once he gets out, like OD is not just a win condition, it is a like you are actively playing to stopping him, because like he builds really good meter when he builds meter and builds muscle.
Whoa.
Wild throw.
That's not a wild throw.
That's exactly wild throw.
He does kind of have a wild throw. He does kind of have a lot of solid animations. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. I feel sorry for Prada right now.
So one thing I'd kind of like to see on...
No, don't ever let him hear that I ever felt sorry for him. Don't ever. I know it's in VOD, but Jesus Christ.
One thing I'd really kind of like to see from Prada in adaptation is Skip is getting away with a lot of medium dash punch, which is plus on block. And you can, like, I mentioned it earlier during the Skip's first match, like, you can react to it with a jab and get a really bad, like a really good counter hit combo against Soriz. But Prada is just letting him get away with murder right now.
These are good checks on these dash-ins, though.
Yeah, he's checking some of the dash-ins really well, but this is not working out.
Oh, can I grab? No.
No.
Oh, he's dead.
Okay.
Oh,
yes,
he is dead.
Oh god.
Mad World! Mad World!
Oh god.
Oh, I was so.
Oh, Prada, you suck!
I was looking at the range. I was trying to eyeball the range. I was trying to eyeball the range on that. I didn't think it was gonna hit, but
It was no.
Prada! Why would you do me like this?
Prada, I appreciate you, but at the same time, I'm sorry.
got his ass.
I'm so sorry.
Damn.
That was the best cock block I have ever seen in my life, but at the end of the day, Jesus Christ.
God. I wish.
Yeah, the moment I saw that connect,
non-permanent, just. I wish terrible inconvenience upon you, Prada. I hope you encounter a problem that is fixable and low cost, but consumes like a good 3 to 4 hours of your time.
I thought he hated the Perry. Now he has another character to hate. Let's just add on the list of hate right now.
Up next, we've got Nekotech versus Kenuran.
Oh dear.
Kip, I can't wish actual harm on Prada because that's my boy, but like at the same time.
I mean, if it's your boy, why wouldn't you wish harm on him?
Exactly.
That makes it funnier.
Yeah.
But
so
Nekotech
and Kenuran. I think I have to tag Kenuran.
What do you mean Skip plays patient? He plays Soriz. Soriz, you don't have to be patient. You just gotta find an opening.
So K-Pow, I knew it would kill. I was more concerned about if it was going to connect because the range on Sora's SSBA is so funky.
It's wonky. It's wonky, to say the least.
It has like the same range as Bub's command grab. So if you don't get your spacing right and you don't set stuff up right, it's just gonna whiff and it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what, Skip, you earned that. Enjoy your hero wind. these clothes are sewn in such a way as wherever direction you're standing in hero wind.
Yes, I like Zora's emote. I like Zeta's emote so much.
But
On the other hand, it does kind of look like her sleeves are trying to get her to fly away.
Those are not sleeves.
So yeah, now we have
Tassels.
Kenuran and Nekotech.
Fringe?
Oh dear.
Okay, let's put it this way. If we had to have a one-punch man in this game,
To put the chat into emote only mode.
I'm so
Like, if we
glad
had to
season
have-
3 is going to be getting done by the studio they pick.
Season 3's a Mappa join, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that's the one.
Okay. Because the first season was Madhouse and the second one was not Madhouse, but
No, I didn't like season 2's animation style.
yeah, I mean anything down from Madhouse is a pretty big step down, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I just wish that Madhouse would treat their workers better.
I mean, yeah, that's the animation industry in general, but yeah.
Madhouse is just kind of known to be like, they grind their employees into the dust.
surprised they didn't go medium right there, but hey, I'm not gonna complain because they're doing very good work with Zeta tonight, so that's a clash if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's actually one thing I'll say is like the awareness from Kenuran in that is really good, and call it out, finish it.
I actually want to see them play against SenpaiSpyder.
I think there's a non-zero chance, I think, of that happening. Kenuran has routinely proven that he is very strong in bracket and can make his way through. It's just a matter of actually getting there. Because the losers bracket this go around actually does have like a fairly consistent amount of killers, so...
I mean, statistically, it has to.
Well, yeah, statistically. But I mean, like, even right now, just this was a big bracket. Like,
Yeah.
between this and... We had like a 30-person bracket in WAS yesterday. We got a 18-20-person bracket here. It's crazy. Like those end of the year specials are popping off.
Yep.
Okay, so they're getting hit by a lot of stray arrows, as you can see. So Nekotech is just playing a little bit more patient.
I think has to. Wait.
Neko?
It seems like there's probably a connection issue here.
Maybe.
Or maybe
Okay,
not. It may have
okay.
just been like a stop mode. Maybe? Find out.
Okay.
That's kind of the unfortunate thing is like...
So, yeah, just take it away.
Yeah, it's a coast-to-coast connection on a AA-based game.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, one is South Georgia, the other is SoCal, so it's just kind of unfortunate.
Gotcha. Damn
Like I
mountains.
said,
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like again, I've said it before, but the best advice local Midwesterner, no good citizen ever gave me is like, hey man, you enter a netcode event, or you enter a
wait, Nekotech South Georgia?
maybe, I don't know, but
No,
yeah,
Nekotech
no
not
good.
Enter a delay-based netcode event.
Senpai and I are
Well, it
both
wasn't even that.
Senpai?
That was me adding
Okay.
on to it, but it's like, you enter a net play event, you let the devil in your house. You can't be mad if he takes a shit on the floor.
Oh no.
Kind of true.
But Neko's
really
not
is.
Georgia though. I think Neko's not. I don't think Neko's South.
I feel like Neko's south,
South.
actually.
I
No, but
believe. I believe.
I know they're not Georgia. I know they're definitely Senpai and I are Georgia.
Georgia's a big place.
Because- I know, but Senpai and I are both are Georgia
I'm
players.
back here. What's going on? Are we getting a redo? Or are we getting
It could be
connection
like a
test?
reset, like try to get a better roll on the room, the net code, and
The room RNG.
yeah, basically.
Mhm.
Oh, Neko's typing. Keep it holy now, Neko. Man, if only this game had like a training stage.
It does.
Does it really
It
have
does
like a
have one.
grid?
Yeah, it's the Skyfarer one.
No, I'm talking about like an actual like Street Fighter.
That's the Coliseum, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Coliseum it is. Oh, Neko, you don't want to play? Okay, I get it. I just choose to lose sometimes. Neko, if you're back in chat on Twitch, where are you from?
Kip, what's wrong with the trading state? What's wrong with the grid? Come on, man.
Look, we all play on Coliseum because it's just the better. Like, Kip, you don't understand how much how much easier is it to play Coliseum online versus playing any other stage. The only time you have to play any of the other stages is offline.
I'll say this though, like, you know, this may not have the grid, but it doesn't have the Rashid airplane stage, so who's to say which game's worse?
Hey, we're not talking about which game's worse. I'm just saying, do you want to play on a decent stage, or do you want to throw your controller against the wall consistently?
Like, I accidentally had the Rashid stage show up at locals last week, and like it started, and I felt like the motion sickness kick in. The vibes were not good.
Oh no, so I can't play. If I ever decide to actually play on Tekken, what's that one stage with all the lava on it, and it has the moving floor? I can't play on that stage.
It's Devil's Peak or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Rumble
I can't
Volcano.
play it. I'll get so much motion sickness off of that one stage. I'll be like, just kill me. Oh no, we all want rollback. We all want rollback for this.
Well, I mean,
I can't believe that that they asked, like, what do you guys want for Grand Blue for Christmas?
You know, I looked at that and like
Why
I was
would you
surprised
do that to yourself?
I was surprised at how far it took me to scroll down to get to the sad M&M. Like, I was really impressed at how long it took me to get there, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm going back to my pink Zeta color. My not the pink that Gandira used. I use the other off pink one now, so that I can have my own color base.
All right, Siero and Skip.
This is going to be an interesting match.
Mm-hmm. And then this will determine our top four, and we'll take it from the start of Winners Final after this.
Am I going to get complete domination from Soriz for this game? Or will I just get annoyed?
I don't know. So we saw this earlier against Prada. I'm curious to see how... the big thing right now is, like, this isn't like a knock against Skip as a player, but I do think a lot of characters are not practiced against Soriz. I'm really lucky because I'm from the Midwest, and Mars is was a very constant training partner for a good chunk of his life, so I've always felt good in this matchup. But
okay, let's put it this way.
It also used to be like 7-3.
Also, you make it sound like Mars died.
You know.
Well, here's the thing. Like, whenever I introduce,
I really want to check to make sure that's not the case.
Mars is alive, I promise.
Okay.
He's just playing. He got the Strive rollback patch working and has never looked back.
Fair enough.
Or not
you
Strive,
play on
Rev 2.
Wednesdays then.
Oh, Rev 2?
Rev 2, not Strive.
Who doesn't play in Rev 2?
Okay. I'm still trying to gauge interest in a Rev 2 tournament.
I think there's like, you could probably work. So the Midwest already has a dedicated Rev 2 stuff that partners up with Patrick Miller over on the West Coast to kind of like run Signet like events. I'm sure you could probably get in touch with them to work something out, or especially if you like wanted to get something. But Rev 2 is one of those things where like each of the regions already has like a pretty dedicated setup for it. So
I'm not sure about DNA.
Not down here. Not in the south. Do you know what we have down here in the south?
The last 2 times I tried to run it, attendance was pretty poor. I'm definitely not in a spot where I can financially support 3 tournaments, let alone 4 on a monthly basis right now. So,
I mean, you know, as a former Tennessean, like the South does actually have like a really strong anime scene, especially coming out of like Nashville and some parts of Texas.
Yeah, but like during COVID, it's kind of been they only pop up for like majors nowadays, and
I mean, part of that is, you know,
I mean, I know
there was
Pop
exactly
Sleeps had his big like $1,000 pot, but there's no way I can compete.
yeah, but like my local, our anime scene almost completely died out. Like, it's still around, but not around like it used to be. If you know who Humi-chan is, he's like one of the Humi-chan.
I don't. You don't have to dox yourself, but are you like Atlanta adjacent or in that area? Because they.
Yeah, I live close to Atlanta.
Okay, so they have like the unfortunate thing is like if you were a Tekken player, if you were super into Tekken, you would be eating good. But unfortunately, like you're either playing Tekken or you're playing Street Fighter for Atlanta. They've got some anime players, but I think it's just kind of the players that. There's like a little bit of crossover from both Memphis and Nashville for their anime players as well, so it's just kind of you can take what you can get.
Yeah, because like it's kind of weird because like for a while I have yeah
finally
but because I know Senpai is Georgia because like just based on our delay that we get because we get delay 1 consistently every time we play. There used to be like Leo. Black M was here for a little bit before he went back to Louisiana. I know Frame and Realize are Georgia bound, but like they don't really play Grand Blue anymore.
So what cracks me up about Black End is like I didn't realize I knew Black End until like I put A to B together. Like he and I used to just like beat the ever living shit out of each other in Street Fighter V ranked, but I didn't know that was him.
Ow.
His name in Street Fighter wasn't Black End, it was like Blaze something, or it was like his TFN was a different name.
Not when he. Well, I mean, maybe back then, but when he joins our events, he's Black End Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think back then he was like Blazer Fury or something.
Blazer Fury. Wow.
Because like in the beginning of like Grand Blue, there was me, Black End, Ultimate Leo, Realize, and Candido that was playing on Zeta consistently.
I like that. That was some good conditioning by Siero.
Yeah.
Skip was trying to show off a little bit, and Siero, reminded him.
Like this is back when Mix-Up used to play Wayne.
Miss Mix-Up. Love a good shit poster.
I still talk to him every once in a while.
Mix-Up was here Wednesday.
Yeah, he didn't play Pot though. Disappointed.
Look, every time Pot could be played and isn't, just disappoints them. Oh my goodness.
Just literally just took out this man's whole entire back.
Good parry. Oh.
But,
Siero fighting for his life. That was a good snag, though. And the overhead. Wow, clutch.
But those anime players, especially like Grand Blue players, have moved on to like something else, like Melty or something bigger.
JoJo.
Oh yeah, that's something. That's something that like I've been talking to this about a couple of people in terms of just like understanding the scene. Like there aren't a lot of people who've moved on. It's one of the first times in like a fighting game I've seen the skill ceiling like lower, which is like very rare to see. But I'm really so it's been brought up, but we have Grand Blue Fest at the end of January. There is a confirmed balance patch coming for the game. I think like a week or two before the week before Frosty.
Oh, that's a horrible time for it.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be really funny. I should probably talk to some of the TOs about that, but
I'm not doing any of the tournaments during Frosties. I'm just there to hang. Like if you want rounds, we can play, but I ain't gonna compete. Not.
Yes, I mean I'm always gonna compete, but like it is what it is. Like part
No,
of the reason
so
I wanted to
this
do comps tonight is because I'm trying to put a reel together for Frosty, but
Mm.
But
So
the reason why
SenpaiSpyder and
I'm not
Umbi.
competing during Frosties is because this is my first Frosties, and I just want to get a vibe, because like I'm not really. It's kind of weird because like I talk a lot here, but if I like go to places like in person, I tend to be like standoffish.
I mean, I get it. I'm the same way. Like if I don't know you at first, it's really hard for me to open up. But once I do, like the vibes are there. But Frosties is like, I think Frosty's a really good like vibes major.
Yeah, yeah. I've never felt like it was an unsafe environment.
No, I'm not saying it's like unsafe. It's just me being me, like
There's just
meeting new people, even if I get good vibes off y'all.
all the people you don't vibe with are also there. That's the problem.
It's like I don't know you, so I don't know your vibes.
It's all good.
Well, it's me stepping back into the actual public eye too, so I have to face my my eternal fear of people who like know me coming up to me and being just like, there's like 5 or 6 people like standing in front of me in a semicircle. They were like, Matchstick, and I'm like, oh god, what's this about?
But that being said, my
There
dad
it
is
is.
coming with me too, and the
There's
thing is,
bust
I'm
out.
always gonna be crazy. Umbi, you're doing some crazy. Oh god.
Umbi's good. I think there's a little bit of overextension. We saw it a little bit in the set with Nekotech, so we have to be a little bit more careful. But
But here's the
me,
thing:
it-
Senpai takes small steps back before trying to do an attack. Right there.
We mentioned during the last time, but I think especially like Senpai will set a bunch of stuff and then go up for the go for the layup okie doke with the hop and stuff. And I really think that like Cat has a good DP and has like good, easy, fast one-button anti-air options for that. And let EXDP rip, just kind of get out of there and not even deal with it.
Oh man, you know what Metera needs? Good old Nago Beyblade.
No.
She has that. It's called hop.
Yeah, but there's
No,
there's no
he's talking about
intrinsic
keeping her
attack
on the
to that.
ground. No, he wants the actual blade. And the thing is, like, what I appreciate with like Senpai, like he plays Metera, like, oh god, cryptic.
Oh
Synn.
no.
Wow, you just wrecked the MP AA rating in one sentence.
See, I'm having a nice conversation with that, and then you just jump in here.
Yep, that's the idea.
It is what it is.
The kids
Okay.
are finally away. I am back.
That's fine. Prada had to step out because of the kids that were stalking him.
Cryptic beating
talk-
the uncle allegations.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like, Your Honor,
We told him how to
I
handle
motion that
that.
I be dismissed on the grounds that I am not a good parent.
That's a bit of an unfortunate situation for Umbi. I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about Senpai's play. Is he's very good about once he has the meter. I mentioned this. So like the traditional zoner, like when you fight a zoner, your reward is once you get in, you get to beat their ass. But Metera's meter gain is so much that when you do finally get in on her, she likely has enough meter to bust out in one of 2 ways that are fairly safe, unless you're like layering all of your offense with like 4 OSs, and even then you have like it's hard to keep up consistent pressure and keep on her with that. So you have to really play well.
And even on top of that,
Yeah.
it also attributes to the fact of there being 3 different ways to spend meter that are all defensive in some type of nature. One being backdash, one being the overdrive, and even in some instances, rush can be used defensively as well.
Yeah,
All
so
these
it's
options. It makes it very difficult to really read which one Senpai is going to do.
and Rush itself, it's the invincibility kicks in on frame 4. So you can do things to beat it, like you can layer in a throw, or you can kind of go for very specific player pressure. But if you go in for throw or you go in for fireball, backshift will beat both of those. So it's really hard to deal with. And if you go in for any of those and they pop OD, you just get blasted back. It's really unfortunate.
Rush is good because it beats overdrive, or it beats the overdrive bait, I should say.
Like, I think one of the things I'll say is it is very obvious that Percy was the clear winner of the patch. But I think of all, like, I think of the character who benefits the most from all of the new mechanics. Metera has very good uses for every single one, and her meter gain is such that she can use them all very liberally without having to really worry a whole lot about, you know, how she uses them.
Percy was number 1, but Metera definitely got silver medal.
Yeah, like in terms
Maybe
of
bronze, depending on how you feel about Bubs.
I mean, Bub, no one can make up their mind on where Bubs is kind of sitting or how he does or where he's at. So, like, you know, the allegations. We have not solved the allegations, unfortunately.
Agreed.
So here's the thing I appreciate about like SenpaiSpyder, and he does do this to like every just the small things I see what he does. Like he'll go forward and like take like 2 steps back, just so he can keep like spacing. Like,
Yeah, there's anyone who I think understands like the pure zoning aspect of his character. Senpai is a player that empathizes that, or sorry, is a player that really embodies that. He's really good at kind of like I think he's the closest person to getting to the levels of where Ed Gone Bad was with this character. He understands how to use each part of it. It's very clear that his zoning is probably the thing that he specializes in, but when it comes down to just setting up pressure, being able to leverage and build his meter and go with all of that, he's got one stat that's really, really high, but the rest are at like 75% of that, rather than like you see a lot of Meteras who specialize in one thing and are really good at it, and then you put them on their back and it's just over.
Yeah.
I totally almost forgot about Ed. How could I forget about one of my favorite Metera pairs that's a Georgia player too? I think he might be at Frosty's
Here we
this
go
year.
again. Gem simping for Georgia.
Hey, look, when you got
Georgia.
Ed Gone Bad, Senpai in your state,
I'm just saying,
Actually,
Georgia's on my mind.
True.
Because, like, my first introduction to Metera and a good Metera player was Ed.
Listening?
Like offline, and
No, listening?
he Cryptic. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Seth. Anyway,
I know.
So
and I'm choosing to talk over you so that Seth doesn't hear you. So that there's a definitive wall that you're like trying to talk between you and Seth. So like even in the Discord, there's Matchstick on top, B2 streaming. Then there's you. Then there's me. Then there's Seth. I am the wall that is physically bordering the two of you.
I think that's just because of the way it
Actually,
it alphabetizes
Jem's
everything.
right under me in my chat.
Well, unfortunately, because on my screen it's just like I'm the wall that separates Jem and Seth, and personally, I find that to be a role that I am willing to take.
I just want to talk to Seth. I don't need you. Anyway.
Let Jem talk. It's Christmas. What makes you think Jem ain't getting cold?
Because I've been a good girl and I'm getting to see Zeta play.
Yeah,
Actually, I
Zeta.
can't
No,
see
by
the
the
girl.
way, Zeta Soriz is a matchup that I don't think I've
Wait
got
a second.
any data on.
All
Okay,
right.
I have
say,
a lot
like,
of data about this one and I hate it.
All right, so
I
here's what I'm
hate that
gonna
I
say.
feel this matchup.
Soriz punch, Zeta stab and poke, and that.
It's basically who can get to the other person, or like who can use their spear or their punch the fastest at this point.
I feel like maybe Soriz might have a slight advantage on this matchup.
It
really
only
wrote-
has. Okay, let me tell you something. He has the advantage if he gets in.
Cryptic
That's
really
how-
rolled up with like the uncle fit I posted in the chat, like to gatekeep Jen,
Yeah.
and it's funny.
No.
I know it's great. I love it.
See, here's the thing. See, if I have to be between, if you're in between me and Seth, that means I'm between you and Matchstick right now. So shut the fuck up. Anyway,
No, never.
Okay.
You can't keep
No,
us
I'm not.
apart.
So
I'm mad.
this set I'm actually really curious about because
Same.
Skip and Kenuran are on the same coast, so it's not impossible to think that they would have experience fighting each other. And we saw Skip take a pretty quick game one, but Kenuran, I feel like that's been the kind of story that we've seen for a lot of Kenuran sets. Someone will take a really strong round or game one, and then Kenuran will fire right back. But Skip with the incredible awareness, but gets hit with the OD, has to play really careful because the next hit is just dead. Like Skip
I'm
has to
surprised
keep.
he
Oh
didn't
no!
anti-
No!
Okay, so here's the thing.
Damn.
Kenuran could have just anti-air and took the whole entire round right there. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I think it was just I think there was a little bit of just kind of mental overload or mental stack overload right there. Skip was looking for one, or Kenuran was looking more for one thing, and Skip was just not really, was like kind of trying to overload him with 5 different things. And when Kenuran kind of went to go to the air and probably try to go for the chip out, Skip was ready, because Sora's close H is one of those really good kind of, you're in the corner and they do something funny anti-airs. And so Skip just really taking advantage of it.
It could have been that Kenuran was looking for like an EX dash pump or something. One of Sori's really fast options. When he jumped, he had to switch layers and go, okay, so I have to think about something else, and it was too late by that point.
Good hit. Oh my god, that's Robert that did the kill.
Uses the drive to bust out. So that's one thing I actually think that Soriz does well, especially with the new mechanics, is medium brush punch is +2, as we stated before, and he gets a meaty one after raw rush, which is a lot of characters kind of struggle to get good Oki after it. You can usually kind of challenge and poke out of it, but Soriz gets that, and if he gets the counter hit on that, it launches you in a way that he can just kind of send you the rest of the screen away.
I love that EX move.
Which one?
Like, EX armor medium into EX spear Arvis.
And Skip's been really, one thing to say is Skip's been really good about managing his muscle tokens too, because we do see him go into the install a lot when it comes to a late game.
Oh my god,
I don't think he's going to build them.
Called muscle tokens.
Yeah,
It's muscle, like his 5U is called Muscle Fury, and like each one of those, like it's muscle stocks or muscle tokens.
Like straight up, he's like, oh, I can't take the bus today. I don't have enough muscle tokens.
Which, like, those things are really important, because when he gets an install, if he has maxed out muscle stock, he gets
life bar.
Oh, I know.
It's a second life bar, because
right?
I believe it's a 40% damage reduction.
I think it might be more than that.
might leave.
Oh, that rush down.
But this is bad.
So here's something I'm curious about with this.
Oh my god, it's that one Zeta combo I've been trying to practice for such my life. Because I saw that one Japanese character.
I was really curious about that interaction. I didn't know if Soriz would be able to armor through that and then blow him up for it, but I guess it.
There ain't nothing in this game that can really armor through that thing.
Mm.
Most counters don't even work.
Armor through what?
Yeah, I know it beats 6's parry. So
It beats Charlotta's parry. I think you need to have straight up invul in order to beat it. I don't know how many counters.
No, because I've seen someone DP and go for a DP, and then the person woke up and no, the DP lost.
Maybe invul ran out. I got that.
The invul's run out, and then I've seen someone get a punish.
I forgot to confirm off that. Going for the jumps instead.
Skip needs to be a little bit careful right now, because we're seeing Kenuran do a lot of air options, and 5U will just shut a lot of that down.
There's
especially because
that's what I was talking about before. How much of this is the matchup of Zeta versus Soriz, and how much of this is Kenuran versus Skip?
Damn.
It's about a 50-50 mix-up in my opinion, because if you know exactly what's going on.
I mean, speaking politely, I think this is more of just. I think they're both. I think Skip is playing this matchup more than Kenuran. It really feels like Kenuran's kind of trying to run the game plan and trying to take advantage of it.
I would not have thought anything else about that sentence if you didn't say speaking politely.
Hey, listen, I
feel you.
I am trying to dodge allegations, so.
Okay.
Oh, that's dead. This man is gonna hurt. Okay, it's not dead, but it's close. That was a very unfortunate drop.
He just said it's not
got full
dead.
meter on both sides.
Skip has everything he needs to close this out. Just needs to be careful. What's the mix?
That was a good OD.
Oh,
dead. Wolfang Fist.
We wait for those.
Damn.
Yeah, so Sora's range on both of his supers is not very good, but they have really good invincibility, so you can react with them and just blow some stuff up.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, that's gonna give Skip the set 2-1 over Kenuran.
I'm not gonna lie, Skip is kind of. No, Skip is not kinda. Skip is cooking tonight, and I'm vibing with it. This is actually a really good. This has been a really good. This has been a really good event, especially last one of the last one of the year.
Yep.
But it's more.
Can can I have a one quick second?
Look at these
I just,
two four-letter words. Go ahead.
What?
I just need one quick thing to say. And the man who needs no one. Okay, I'm done. That's all I need. That's all I need. I just need to-
All right,
Okay,
Justin.
how do
All
we
right,
know
Justin
versus
Roberts, calm
someone?
down.
So this matchup,
So,
I
okay.
actually know nothing about. This whole entire matchup, I have never seen in my whole entire life. I know nothing about.
I know a lot about this matchup. Weirdly
So
enough.
Soriz has to be so Umbi has to be really careful with her fireballs in this matchup because we mentioned it earlier. Soriz can just go ahead and use 5U to parry them. So it takes away one of the things that I think Cat really leverages. Like Soriz can kind of react to a lot of her longer pokes and just deal with it. But we'll see how everything goes. The unfortunate thing is this is going to be a coast-to-coast connection. Umbi is located right out of New York, and Skip is located up in like Calgary.
Yep.
I will
So
say one thing
it's
I
going to be a
know
little
about this
interesting.
matchup- One thing I know about this matchup, it's weird to say, but Cat can kind of play ignorant in this matchup. She has a lot of tools that shut down Soriz. Now, like, granted, her 5U is not as good as Soriz, but it's good enough to stop a lot of what Soriz does.
So if he doesn't have 214 on stock, like she can armor through Runch Punch, she can armor through EX Kick, she can armor through 22L.
Oh.
That's a very important decision.
Oh!
Calls it out.
And not only that, not only like the 5U thing, but I mean, if you compare the ranges, yeah.
Their
Yeah.
ranges, they have their ranges, but you have to remember Soriz, some of Soriz's normals have really funny low profiling abilities.
Yeah.
So especially when she tries to poke with like far L or far H, he can just straight go under it.
Yeah, 2M. But only more to the
Doesn't
point
matter,
that like,
that
she
swole
can
go under
kind of play
anything.
ignorant. But at the same time, she has to respect the fact that if Soriz gets a hit, he can blow her up.
He really does, and like
Oh,
I mentioned it earlier, but Sora's 2M is Exert Rev 2 Sol 2D
There's that
hitbox.
dirty 2H. Yeah, 2H again.
yeah,
I'm
but
just-
his 2H is
Yeah,
just
here it is. I found
bonkers.
the.
It's just bonkers.
You know what's funny?
Um,
If folk want to see the comparison between those two hitboxes,
Oh, no.
I am going to post it in the chat, assuming I
Now,
don't get
Jono?
shot by the bot.
I have something very odd to say. I think Soriz
Yeah, you got shot
has
by the
the
bot.
most consistent 2H in the game. I have
It's
never
really-
questioned-
Oh, no, it's-
It is
I've never
really
questioned getting
good.
hit by it.
Seth,
I've never
PM it
questioned
to
I got hit by
Cryptic, and Cryptic can post it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it didn't stop me from posting it. It's in the chat.
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, it's just a bunch of stars.
Oh. Whoops.
Yeah, I've never questioned when I got hit by Soriz.
Charging
The only thing I've ever questioned
stars.
is, dang, that thing hits high. And that's about it. Other than that,
I just pinged you.
understand every time I get hit by it.
I just pinged you in the chat, Cryptic. Tell me I'm wrong.
Hey, my man ain't never lie.
All right, well, Skip's going to take game one.
Yeah, we got a little distracted there, but I think matchup knowledge is probably going to be the killer for Umbi on this one. It's her area does have a really consistent Soriz and Rickster, but Rickster is inconsistent in when he does and doesn't play. So getting that experience from him is going to be hard, and I think they play differently. One of the things that Rickster is really good at is leveraging plus frames and leveraging like overloading your mental stack. But whereas I think Skip is just really consistent. Like he earns his opportunities. Like he doesn't really burn a lot of EX specials until he gets the hit. So you'll see him just kind of pressure and be obnoxious with you. But when he hits you with everything he's got.
Speaking politely, by the way.
Yes.
Definitely didn't just roast Richter indirectly.
No, I'm not even roasting Rickster. Like they're very different
I'll do
styles,
it.
and Rickster's is effective. Like I like how Rickster plays that character. Like I've been thinking about picking him up for the Metera matchup just because I think that EX dash punch is a really good way to shut down butterflies. So like I was watching Rickster just put you in like 30-second block string, and I'm like, yeah, right on, man, right on.
It makes me feel about I'll roast Richter. Yo, I think Skip is infinitely better than Richter. I think Richter's trash. I think he's garbage. What do you think?
Fucking whatever, man.
Trickster keeps nodding me and I'm salty. Let me be salty.
Have I played Trickster before? I don't think I've played it.
We're starting to see Skip was a little inconsistent with like the link off of 214 214H into 623H, but now he's starting to get a little bit better.
That's gonna be 2 for Skip. Umbi's got to turn this one around to the next game.
Yeah, my suspicion about this was correct. I think Umbi's just not practicing this matchup, which is unfortunate.
I know that
This matchup
is getting rushed down aggressively. I know Umbi has really good neutral, but if you go in on Umbi, like Skip is doing, like relentless aggression, Umbi's neutral kind of falls backwards.
Skip is getting away with a lot of stuff like Soriz 236M is +2 on block.
No.
So if you're not able to check it, he's just gonna run in on you, and unfortunately Soriz will get in and Umbi will make a bad call and then just get erased like we saw. Look at how much damage she took there.
Good OD. More muscle coins. Tokens. More muscle tokens.
Here's the thing, like throwing out Fireball against Soriz, as long as he has those build up, it doesn't really necessarily matter.
It puts you in a situation where somewhat similar to Lowain, where there's a certain point where if you don't kill, like if you don't do enough damage to kill him, he's just going to get an entire life bar. He's going to get time to run the fade on you. Like, it's something where you have to start optimizing your damage to really close a set out, and it's hard to do consistently.
Either kill him before he hits blue, or you accept what comes next.
Yeah.
So you mentioned there was an upcoming balance patch. Do you think Cat's going to get any buffs?
It's really hard to say. I don't like making predictions on Arc's balance patches.
It does kind of seem like she could use them.
I think Catalina would get a buff, but I don't think it's a buff that anybody would like. And I think I know what the buff would be.
So we've been there's been like a lot of discussion about like kind of for a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time, I think for a while it's been widely like agreed upon that Cat, Gran, and Ladiva are the bottom 3. I think Cat is probably the most consistent of the 3 of those. Like I don't know. I would also maybe argue that she is not bottom 3. I don't know.
In my opinion, she's not bottom 3.
Maybe I'm just a little bit biased because I play 2 people who are specialists with that character and very good at them, but.
Yeah.
I feel like she may be a victim of just for so long.
I think Ladiva is bottom 1 with a bullet.
That's not a question. Who's the other?
Yeah. So like, I feel
very about. I think Ferry is overdue for a buff or 2.
I feel like people will say Gran, but I don't know that I think Gran really is that weak.
I think since because Gran has EX boot, he cannot be bottom 2.
I think Ferry maybe? No.
No. Ladiva is definitely bottom 1. The problem with Gran and Cat is that there's versions of both of those characters that are infinitely better, so why would you waste your time?
Yeah, Cat with Percy and Gran with Zeta, so.
It's hard to say. Like, I'd really have to take a look at the tier list and take a look at it. But like, I don't believe they are that way, but it's just hard to really rationalize.
Yeah.
I also rate Metera higher than a lot of people do, but it just kind of.
I bet you don't rate her as high as I do.
Where do you rate her, Cryptic?
I have her as upper mid. I don't think she's like. I think she's in the top 3, but I think she's like right. So there's like the top 3, which is Zeta, Percy, Bell, and then there's like that group around it that's like 6, Vasaraga,
Cagliostro.
And I think she's like right below that.
We put her at the same spot.
Yeah, she's like right outside of she's upper mid, like right outside of what I would consider.
She's not the top 6, but she's right at the door.
Yeah.
Well, looks like SenpaiSpyder and Skip are ready for grand final.
I make a Kuroko no basket joke. But no one's gonna get it.
I certainly don't.
This is gonna be really interesting.
So where would you put Narmaya in situation?
Oh yeah, Narmaya's in the game.
So this is kind of the way I feel about it. I think there's the top 3, and then there's like 3 or 4 characters right below them that are really good with some minor flaws, and then pretty much the rest of the cast is just like below.
Victim tier.
No, not even that. Like so like the balance discrepancy in this isn't, I don't think is that crazy. I do think that like the top 3 are just unquestionably that good. But outside of like Lad, you know,
oh my god, Skip!
So tonight I think is definitely just going to be the do you know how to fight. This is going to be the do you know how to fight Sora's night or do you not?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Senpai has already displayed the knowledge necessary to defeat Skip once this evening, so yeah, this is Skip's revengeance run.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna match.
Oh my
From
god.
downtown.
Oh yes. The Dawn Wolves.
Don DeMarco, bang, bang.
You know, I'm looking at all the available characters and like I think I might actually have to concede that it might.
For a lack of opposition.
Nice. Empty jump low. Picks up the
Yeah,
combo.
like it might just be those 3 being bottom 3. But honestly, I feel like you could
shoot into the blender.
You could probably just move Gran and Cat into mid tier, and it's just the Ladiva tier.
Yeah.
So
No,
he,
but,
all
like-
right, get off me and pops him.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I was asking, like, where would you put Nomai in that whole entire series? Is she like mid?
I think she's in that. I think she's in that big group of like middle tier.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a character that's pretty divisive depending on what side of the ocean you're on.
I really agree with that. I think NA Narmaya is probably a contest for bottom 3. I think Japanese Narmaya is a contest for like top 10.
I don't know that I agree that. I don't think that. Well, one, I said it earlier, but like I think they're like just with a lot of people kind of dropping off and some things changing, the skill ceiling in North America is just lowered as a result. But
Yeah.
that character is kind of like Avatar Belial, where like she asks a lot more of her pilot than She asks a lot more of her pilot than most characters in this game do.
Right.
Like one of the things you kind of have to admit is this game is kind of easy and characters are easy to pick up.
That's not a good statement at all.
No, but
How dare
like
you?
those two do ask a little bit more optimization and a little bit more of you. So
How dare
I
you
think
suggest they're actual fighting game characters in this fighting game?
dead. But
Because like,
Are you trying to tell me that Narmaya and Avatar Belial are harder to play than characters like Charlotta and Gran?
yes.
Yeah.
Ah, come on, man. You're gonna have to calm down with these hot takes here, man.
I mentioned it earlier, like Avatar Belial reminds me a lot of Mira from KI, where that character was kind of crap, where that character was decent, but the amount of work it took, like when we started seeing results with that character when Nikki started playing her, and that was arguably the best player, like pound for pound, the best player in North America.
Yeah, well, Skip got mad.
He got big mad.
You know, I can make a comparison. I think Avatar Belial is very comparative to Makoto from Street Fighter 4. Someone who's very reliant on meter, but the difference is being that, you know, Makoto's meter isn't just linked to her health. But both of them are very high skill ceiling characters, but once you get it going...
You're really hard selling me on that one.
Am I?
Yeah. Because I used to play Makoto, and I don't
necessarily think that, like, I don't think Avatar Belial is like, we just need the proper pilot for him and then he's gonna win everything. But I think he's better than a lot of people rate him as. Like, if you asked me, like, I'd maybe put that character on the lower side of the tier list, but
I put him outside of top 10.
he's just funny.
I put him right outside of top 10, but I fought a diver, and man, that guy is a proper driver.
Yeah, Diver is just a good fighting game player in general.
so
Like
good.
I'm not gonna snitch, but that he's been playing fighting games for a very long time and has been active like since like Street Fighter 4. He is very
Give
good.
a number. Give a number. Date this man.
I said Street Fighter 4.
Which part of it? Because that can mean
Such a-
Ultra.
such
that can
a-
mean
such a
Space
boomer game.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
So what do you mean? You mean Street Fighter 4 Ultra Edition?
Arcade
Street
edition?
Fighter 4 Championship Edition? Like,
I don't know how far, but I know at least 2012.
Super Street Fighter?
Oh God! If he was part of Super, like, all right, say Les, I got his age. He's been playing fight games for 30 years. Got it.
That's unfortunate. Just a little bit of a bad decision making from Skip and gets him put in a bad situation.
Are we talking original Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
Oh God!
No.
Oh, this is unfortunate. Skip went for the tick throw rather than converting, and then just
Nice trip.
and it did not work out. We're seeing a lot of dash-in pressure from Skip, and I think it's getting him killed.
This is a set point for Spider.
Ornament point for Spider.
Yeah, this is.
Yep.
Skip has got to make something work.
Skip's got to make some
Oh, that is not
moves.
the answer.
I think it's funny that like Soriz doesn't get tokens for every hit he parries. It's the
That'd be
sequence.
busted.
Yeah, no, because he get
Oh,
that's
that
it.
was dirty.
Just
Wow.
got hit. Okey-doke. Unfortunate.
Spider just escorts Skip off the stage.
Yeah, that's the thing about that is like everything that kind of happened here was just basically like when each person got to play, it was a landslide, but Senpai just got to play more.
True. All right.
So,
To the bracket. Do.
by the way, Seth, you're not golden self too, right? Okay, great.
I'm not in what?
No, I was just making
I don't know what she said.
you like you number golden Seth, right?
No. Like I have been, it's been very fairly consistent of who I am throughout my entire fighting game career. I've not really had like a huge
Difference. Yeah.
Seth has been in some variation of my name for at least like 7-8 years.
Okay, great.
All right, to the results.
Yeah.
All right. So, first place
That's definitely
tonight.
this is a different bracket. Like this was a very different bracket than I think what we're used to.
You know,
Like,
how-
a lot
you
of
know
it-
I just realized we were missing Chipmunk.
Yeah, a lot of the regulars didn't show up tonight, but like had
It's
they
the
not,
irregulars.
I don't think a lot of things would have necessarily changed. Like
Maybe not.
Skip is just cracked.
Yeah,
Like,
Skip is pretty cracked. You gotta
Skip
love
is
a you
cracked.
gotta love a high level, low tier character player.
Like fifth through 12th, or sorry, 5th through 7th might have probably changed around a little bit, but I think the top 4 is something that you'd look at this bracket and go, yeah, this is a consistent set of people.
I'm glad I seeded Synn a little higher than I originally had them too.
I didn't even know you seeded.
Yep. Well, without cryptic, I didn't. You know, I was.
I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a mean way. It's
Yes,
just
you
like
Actually, I should go back and see what I thought versus. Skip's invalidated because it was Skip's first time here, and I always put the new people at the bottom. But I would like to go back and I already know I got MBK wrong. MBK got knocked out by Skip.
to be fair, MBK also was doing that thing where he plays secondaries. So
Yeah,
yeah.
he always does that.
But I mean, like it. Again, this is a vibes tournament, so I really didn't think that you did like a lot of seeding.
I mean, I did.
I assumed it was like Midwest where you seed like
Yeah.
top 1 or 2 and then just let God sort the rest out.
I did some very general seeding, yeah. Like I pretty much went like, oh, okay, who do I usually see in top 8 out of here? Oh, okay, yeah, that one. How did last week go? Okay, that, and then like, all right, new people at the end. Gem right above them, and then.
Sorry, that was maybe a little more like meaner and derogatory than I meant it to be. It was just like a
Nah, he meant it.
All right. Anyway, winner tonight, SenpaiSpyder, going 5-0, not dropping a set, picks up the gold medal. New face, Skip. I hope the community really enjoyed playing Skip because it looked like Skip had a lot of fun tonight. 9 matches this poor person had to do. Ends up going 7-2 for the silver medal, not too shabby. Umbi made it to 3rd place, 3-2 there. Kenuran came back after an extended period away. 6 matches tonight, picks up 4th place. Siero and Nekotech tied 2-2 for 5th. Then we got 7th place split between Pewuda and Synn. And underneath that, I see 3 of these result screens. I gotta remember which one's the real one. Underneath that, we got.
Those are the fake ones?
Yeah, well,
Show
because there's the one on OBS, the window that I make for you guys to watch out of OBS, and then there's the actual.
show
real
your
one.
tabs, coward.
Never. Actually, no, that's only Google Chrome. I don't do anything in Google Chrome.
Yes.
It's going to tell on me.
I am a Firefox power user.
Yeah.
I'm a switch browser. I switch browsers anytime I
like
do some things.
I do
Well, like,
I do the
Firefox-
Matchstick Melee stuff through YouTube, but like for my actual personal YouTube, I do through Firefox.
The thing about Firefox that makes it really good, and like I think it's why I'm so ride or die for it, is the mobile version actually lets you install extensions.
Yeah.
So you can, so like I have uBlock on my phone, which
Same.
just makes it's like
Yeah.
we're
And
about
before
to get
anybody
into
says
the-
anything, that does not affect my YouTube viewing because I have YouTube Premium. So everybody I visit and watch gets their cut.
Yeah, like I have YouTube Premium, so I use the app for that.
Yeah.
But like I you know, again.
But if I go through the browser, because YouTube's finicky about when you access your own algorithm, and I have very much evidence across like 5 different computers that it feeds me different stuff, even signed in under the same account.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But no, like
But yeah. All right, let's finish this up.
You know, show up for the tournament, stay for the power user talk.
Exactly. Rowlet, MBK, Senpapi, and .mp4 all tie for 9th. Starts and ends with 2 2s with a little dip in the middle there. Then 13th place gets split amongst Blue Rogue, Gem, RaionBomber, new face tonight, and Ubercheesecake. That's a pure 0-2 gang.
Shouts out to them.
Yep. The backbone of
it-
society, I say.
Takes all people.
I'd be there myself, so I can't say anything. But look at that bracket. 18 people strong at the offsite.
Right at Christmas.
We made it through all of it with half hour to spare before midnight. So good stuff, everybody. But yeah, that's going to be the end of our show. Hope you enjoyed it, everyone. This is going to be our last one for the year. Definitely taking next week off, most likely, but don't hold me to this. Going to be off the next week after that as well. I have a lot of stuff that I need to put in order now that the computer works again. And the holidays are just a great time to get that done, what with everyone being off and about and, having obligations and such.
IT stuff usually also just kind of picks up around this time. Like I usually have like a rush of tickets right after the new year. So
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
Oh God, no! You just reminded me what's gonna happen in the pharmacy.
New year, new depression medication.
My resolution, but I'm gonna be happy. Now give me all my medicine.
Yeah.
No, okay. Let's put it this way.
I'm gonna be happy
basic-
4 hours at a time.
So when
Okay.
stream is done, I'm going to explain exactly what happens before the
Must you?
holidays and after the holidays.
Oh God, I was gonna send it to another GBVS channel, but I'm the only one.
Oh no! Oh my god!
I guess that's how I got the 1% award this year.
F's in the chat, gamer.
I'm gonna play Hollow Knight tonight. Let's see if I can beat the Watchers. Fucking Watchers, man.
Oh man, but yeah, I hope everybody really enjoyed themselves this year. Sorry, paid support kind of dried up there at the end. That's a problem I hopefully intend to solve in the new year. By the way, if anybody knows of any good sponsors, give me a shout.
Hello Fresh likes to sponsor people.
Yeah, they like to sponsor big
Yeah.
people.
MeUndies, get that.
Oh, MeUndies,
Really?
maybe.
MeUndies, Raycon, get them all.
I mean, I do actually use Raycons, and I actually enjoy them. So so funny story. I was doing a white elephant party with my group of IRL friends, and the ones I can touch. Not that you guys don't exist, but I actually can like poke them.
You don't have to include me. This is the first time I rolled up. Like it's fine.
And plus, I understand you poke me all the time. So
Yeah.
No. You're in chat. You're here now. Your friend.
Jen, we can't really say that's completely true. I mean,
Since you're here.
It was cracking me up earlier. Someone in the chat was like, "Oh, we've got actual commentary tonight, not just them beating Jem's ass in the retweets."
You don't understand how hard it is to be the only girl in this whole entire chat sometimes, and I'm just like, okay, and I can't English.
RaionBomber was like, do we not normally have commentary? And it's like, and I was like, well, I mean, we do, but it's usually just us making fun of Jem and all of her flaws.
True.
Constantly.
It's okay. Like you have.
Yeah.
You've added the gay quotient to all this, so now like the representative numbers are popping off.
Woo!
Okay, we got a black woman, a black
Bro,
dude,
we're
a white
all about
man,
representation
a gay
here.
dude. Perfect.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I started the matchstick and cryptic ship, and
and now she's trying to gut it down.
Yeah.
And I can't get rid of it anymore.
She's like, oh no, this armada of ships is too strong.
I was like, damn it, I did this to myself.
Much like Frankenstein when he created his monster, Jem saw the true horror.
Saw what she had wrought. And screamed towards the heavens, nay, for I have sinned. But anyway, I was at the elephant party, and we were all doing like, the pass the gifts around stuff. And I'm not sure if I mentioned what my gift was, but it was basically a box full of like incredibly spicy food, including a box of mixed nut, just a box of hot spiced nuts called Death Nut, which just
sounds hilarious.
It just tickled me to no end, and my best buddy.
That's that Death Nut.
Yeah, my best buddy, Death Nut 3.0, mind you.
Oh God! What was the first two?
The first two were failures. Death Nut 3.0 is where it's at. Same for Windows. It really started like clicking over when it hit the 3.0.
True.
3.0 into 97, baby.
Yep. But we do our rules were a little messed up, but basically we got through the whole thing. The gift I unwrapped ended up being a coffee mug in the shape of a toilet that actually had a piece of like ceramic poo in the bottom, and I was less than thrilled. Not so much because of the form factor of the cup, but because I have so many mugs already. Like it's a problem. So
I am not a mug enjoyer.
So I'm like, it's like, man, I gotta get rid of this mug. Like what's I'm looking around at all these other presents. There's like a Legend of Zelda Christmas tree and like a rotating spice rack, and I'm like, okay, these are all like sort of mid, but anything is really better than the poo mug. And and then the guy next to me opened up a pair of Sony wireless earbuds, and we're all like, who put this in here? We set a $20 limit. And it turned out that was my best buddy who threw that in there. He's like, "What? I thought people would like a good present." I'm like,
"Yeah."
I'm like, "Bro, I'm stealing that."
You're killing the vibes.
Yeah. It's like, God bless you and your bougie ways, because I'm stealing these earbuds.
The funny thing is, when it comes to people getting gifts from me, I usually get one of two answers immediately. Answer one is, I didn't know what to get you. Answer two is, wow, your Steam wish list is really horny.
I don't doubt it. But no, so anyway, so I already had the Raycons, right? Like the everyday ones that you hear about in all the ads. But I was really excited to try these out because, everyone's like, oh, Sony earbuds. Like next best thing to earbuds Pro or whatever. Or AirPods, that's the one.
Yeah.
And I got them home and I tried them out, and the control scheme was so weird, and the sound was okay, and they actually came with an app to play with the equalizer, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And they were actually so fast that there was no like lip sync issue when watching like YouTube videos or other videos. I know, right? Like I was like, hell yes, finally! Like I could wear these for the stream, but. Yeah, the only problem is they lack the ability to like do like next video or like previous video, like the Raycons do, and they don't have any active noise canceling.
If you're wanting, like, the ones that I will ride and die by are the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. It's like an older model, but like I don't like the way the newer ones fit in my ear. But the I have like 2 pairs of those just because like they have always done me so good. Like I love them.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was able to maintain the earbuds by the end of the night and pass the poo mug on to the guy whose house we were in. So I consider that a victory. Oh yeah, and then my buddy bought that present, right? For he ended up taking my hot nut. Yeah, my death nut.
Just in the stream right there. Just kill it right now.
Yep.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Death nut. But yeah, all right. So that was it. I needed to tell that story because that ended up being really funny. But yeah, I think I'm still gonna daily drive the Raycons.
I really like the pair that I had. It's just like
first pair I had, like the left ear died, and they were like fighting me on it, like oh, did you try this, that, and the other? And I'm like, bruh, it's fucking busted.
I lost my I have like 2 pairs of the Galaxy Buds, and like I left one in Tennessee last time I went to go see my dad. And like I forgot I
pair
did.
or just one.
Like I left the entire thing there, like the pair in the case, and like I was like,
I was about to say, better hope there's no Portara earring properties to that.
Yeah. So like it was really like I left it there, and like came back, and like I told my dad just to keep them. I was like, you just hold on to them, like I'll replace them. I was thinking about doing it anyway. And then when I went back for Thanksgiving, my sister gave them to me, and she's like, yeah, Dad, you know Dad's not going to use those. What's wrong with you? So I have like 2 pair of those, and like it's just like, so I gave my Raycons away to someone as a friend who wanted them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But anyway, talk about your nut and then kill the stream for the vibes.
Yeah. Now we gotta do the outro. That was the tournament. Thank you all for a fantastic 2022. I've definitely enjoyed pretty much every single Thursday this year that I've been able to host for. So thank you guys for showing up and keeping things light. You're definitely one of the most well-mannered FGC groups that I've had the pleasure of working with. So thank you very much for that. Keeps things easy on my end, and then in return I get to have a nice fun environment for everybody. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Big thank you to all the folks who have come through for commentary. Gem Lethal, Cryptic, Prada, Spiral Hero Z, Seth. I know there are others, but I'm horrible at names anyway, and I can't remember shit.
Got right in under the wire on that one, but
exactly.
Make it work.
Yeah, it's not a perfect attendance award; it's just an attendance award.
Yeah. We take those.
Yeah.
Thank you all for sending your hot nuts around.
Death nuts.
That's like I got one for you right here, Cryptic.
Yeah, it's like death. Remember, it's like Death Note, but there's.
Right, we need like I made it all throughout this night without incriminating myself. We need to close this right now because I'm about to say some shit that's gonna get me in trouble.
No, let it out. Let it out. We're at the end of the night. Ain't nobody watching no more. Let it out.
No.
I can't
demonetize me now. We're too late in the VOD. But yeah,
I came in with Scissor Me Daddy Seth. You can say whatever you want.
It's kind of true.
Yeah, we write that off as like wrestling. Come on now.
This is true. But if you don't watch wrestling, you're like, what is it?
Oh, I have the unfortunate to know what exactly you're saying.
I thought shut up, Gem, and she did.
Kidney punch, pause, kitty punch.
I aggressively thought shut up, Gem, and then she stopped talking, and I was like, what did I do?
Your mutant powers have finally been activated.
Nah.
Normally it kicks off in the teens or in times of great stress. And somehow this is the event that triggered them.
Jem said anything and my powers unlocked. Like a quirk from My Hero Academia. My DNA was triggered.
She can't keep getting away with it.
Jim starts talking, you say run, hits, and cryptic activates.
No, I was like, I get it. No, I'm trying to leave so I can talk to my friend. Goodbye.
Bye,
night,
Jem.
Jem.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. If you folks haven't already, feel free to give the Twitch channel a follow. I promise it's going to be especially interesting in the next couple months as we go to a couple of IRL events, do some cool stuff online with neat folks like I almost said Dr. Stone. I haven't even seen that anime. Dr. Science. Dr. Scholes, yeah. With Dr. Science and J.M. Crofts with the Tatsunoko vs. Capcom series there. We'll also be helping out K-Beast with the Vortex Gallery Tatsunoko vs. Capcom stream. And, of course, we'll be at Frosty Faustings this year, hosting what looks to be already a very memorable lineup that I'm happy to say includes Soul Calibur 6 and 2.
Ooh.
So, like, the really good ones, yeah. And it'll also be a good chance for all of us to meet up and say hey or whatever. So give us a follow. If you're feeling really super special about the spirit of the season, you can always drop a subscription. And yeah, speaking of subscribing, you can always head over to the YouTube channel of the same name and subscribe over there. Possibly leave a like on a video, a nice comment or two, or even a mean comment, really, as long as it's justified. I mean, no being mean for mean's sake, but you know. You got some legit issues. I'm not, not gonna kick you out.
Listen, I'm just gonna say, like, if you can't match the same heat we brought to, y'all brought to Jim tonight, don't even bother.
Bro.
Facts. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us for a little while. Let's put a target on. Like not being here for the 5th of January, but the week after. And if anything changes in that regard, I will let you guys know on Twitter or whatever social media platform happens to be the norm by that time.
Nobody knows.
Yep.
Will Twitter be dead by then? Who
Maybe
knows?
I'll have to find some sort of announcement aggregator at some point.
Can't
Twitter goes
believe
down, you can find me on Tumblr.
Oh, God.
I'm on co-host.
I can't go back there. They know too much. Those cookies are both liars and terrifyingly accurate. Start a Mastodon. We'll see.
Now.
We will see.
If Tumblr becomes the norm, I have to make a new Tumblr account. I ain't using my old one.
I honestly
I can't use my old one.
You know what I honestly see happening before Mastodon or Hive or any of that stuff like picks up is everyone like rolls back to Facebook.
Oh God, please no.
I have not had a Facebook account in 10 years. You will not drag me back.
I haven't had a Facebook account ever.
I'm just saying. I don't know. This devil, you know.
I don't know that devil. Thank you, Barry.
Second coming of
And I
MySpace.
choose to ignore him.
I like Kip's idea. Come on back, Tom.
Oh, you know what? I can go for Facebook as long as Tom is still there. I can go for Facebook.
MySpace.
Not Facebook, MySpace.
Face space.
FaceSpace.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for us tonight, though. Guys, you got anything to shill before we get out?
Not really.
Yeah.
I guess vote for Seth for commentary at Frosty Faustings 2023.
Yeah, that requires me to actually put my reel together, which will take work that I don't know that I will probably pay someone to do that, but I actually have to
Getting paid must be nice.
Hey, listen, support this is my shill. Support your favorite content creators.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Happy holidays. Stay safe out there, and just make good decisions over the next couple weeks. All right.
Have a good holiday, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye,
We'll
everybody.
see you later.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Take care.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Paul.